I think.
Your first pint?
What?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember. I never used to buy pints.
That was a week's wage when you were young. £2.
No, £5 was a week's wage when I was young. But I didn't buy beer then because I was 16 when I was first working.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Anyway, matey, listen, thank you for your call. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Cheers, bye. Somebody sent me celebrity birthdays, May the 13th. Selena Scott, Johnny Logan.
Oh, yeah, these are all good ones, yeah.
Richard Madeley. Mark Heap. Not sure who Mark Heap is.
Madeley.
And Francis Barber, who was in that wonderful TV Cops and Robbers show. What was it called? Anyway, so that's nice.
Shall I tell you who we had lined up that hasn't shown up?
Go on then.
You're the guy that you slept with in the Big Brother house, Chris Biggins. I bet we haven't managed to. We had it arranged, but
well, that's a shame. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah.
How
could you forget?
I didn't sleep with him. I slept in the bed opposite him.
Ah, I thought you shared the.
No. Because we had we were slightly older than the rest.
Yeah.
We had beds on our own.
Yeah, man.
Double beds on our own.
You know, when I came in today, Adam said, I've got Christopher Eccleston on the show. I go, what? He goes, yeah, he was in the Big Brother house with James. I go, Christopher Eccleston was in the Big Brother house. Are you sure? And he got mixed up Christopher Eccleston, Christopher Biggins. It's a very easy mistake. He'd make a good Doctor Who Biggins.
Yeah, he would actually. He seriously, he would make an interesting Doctor Who. He'd play it really well, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would be very good, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Azzy, Lee, Darth, Gatford, Jackie, James.
There's people
Sarah,
protesting in Middlesbrough tomorrow, encouraging people to bring the whole family and say no to isolation.
Fucking around.
Well, they're doing that as well.
On this channel tonight. I would just block willy-nilly. I've blocked so many people.
Well, maybe tomorrow, I don't know.
I've blocked so many people recently. I will block everybody here.
The show I was expecting to
I will
do,
block
it's been a lovely surprise.
everybody here.
And it's almost been like, this is your life, hasn't it, in the last
Well, it's funny you should say that, because... No, that's tomorrow. Yeah.
I will block everybody.
Right. Okay, well, I look forward to that. I better clean myself up a bit. The thing about living locked down now at the moment, you don't have to shave every day.
I know, you can smell you from here, man.
Yeah, or even change your clothes every day.
Yeah.
You know, why bother?
What are you guys doing?
Someone says, I've never liked Piers Morgan, but I will say this is the only news anchor that asks the questions that we all want asked.
Yeah. We got to go. Listen, back tomorrow at 7. I hope you enjoyed it. In the meantime, it is not...
Altius, no. It's Iain, isn't it?
No, is Iain back?
Iain is back, and Kath.
Oh, right.
They're back with the show.
Iain and Kath, and we'll see you tomorrow. Keep it Talk Radio. Because it is my birthday today, which is slightly embarrassing since...
I know, the big 7-0.
Not funny! Don't mention this again. And we're going to talk to our very good friend Andrew Bridgen in a moment.
Did you see with Piers Morgan the other day?
What
Gatford,
happened?
it's down to you.
Really?
Shouted at him.
I think I've pissed off a lot of people, so
Andrew,
maybe the only
such a
mod
lovely
tonight.
man. Why would he do that?
Hello, mate, and many, 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 many happy returns.
And it is many.
Oh, flipping heck. Dawn Neeson's put a photograph out of me hugging her on Twitter. Gosh.
Oh, no.
Sue.
It's a radio show, Marie.
A wonderful
radio show.
festival.
I've pissed off everybody, so...
Can you shut up?
Is that what you've been telling people?
Harry in Portsmouth. Hi, Harry.
Harold?
Harry!
Oh,
Yes,
hello there,
Harry.
Jake. So I was just picking up my coffee.
Okay, carry on, Harry. You've annoyed me already.
Happy 49th birthday, Jane.
No, you can stay on.
Ofcom rules, you can't bet on air.
What are you becoming very wokish again?
I am. I love regulations.
I'm a nice person, and charm personifies out of every orifice of my body.
Talk Radio.
We're facing the toughest of times. Men with financial orders and child support costs to pay may be struggling to meet these financial commitments. Providing for your children in this emergency is the priority. It's important to act immediately to make the court aware whilst doing as much as possible to maintain the status quo. Many men are in this situation. It's important to act now to protect your rights and finances. At this time, Cordell & Cordell have stepped up our service.
I wrote and recorded a song tonight.
Now. CordellCordell.co.uk, a partner men can count on.
Motor, wheels, ride, rig, runaround, pickup, camper, pocket rocket, mum's taxi. We've all got different names for our cars and vans, and at Adrian Flux, we provide motor insurance that's as unique as you are. Get the cover you need at a price you'll love with a personally tailored quote from the UK's largest car and van insurance specialists, Adrian Flux. To find out more and get an instant competitive quote, go to adrianflux.co.uk. Adrian Flux. We do insurance differently.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app.
I think the government is right to be extremely cautious about how you do this.
Talk Radio. Across the UK, online and on DAB. Talk Radio, on the Hour headlines.
Good evening, I'm Daryl Jackson. Some employees were encouraged to head back into work today in England, but it seems many aren't rushing back. Transport for London says the number of passengers was only up 7% on last week, while just small increases in road traffic were recorded across the country. But some unions are worried about photos of packed buses this morning. Lucy Pendleton's the director of an estate agents and says her staff have had to get used to a new normal.
The vendor will go out for a period of half an hour, 45 minutes, so that we can carry on and do what we do, and then they return. And we'll be asking all of our clients to not touch any surfaces, not open cupboards, not touch doors, etc.
Elsewhere, builders can now work until 9 o'clock at night, Monday to Saturday, in residential areas in England. The Housing Secretary says it'll help allow construction firms to stagger staffing and apply social distancing. The government is now looking at proposals for summer school catch-up tuition. Previously, the Education Secretary, Gavin Williamson, said he wasn't in favour of it. Meanwhile, he insists all teachers and pupils will be able to be tested for COVID-19 if they develop symptoms when they return to schools in England from June. Labour's Shadow Education Secretary Rebecca Long-Bailey says there's a huge issue the government needs to understand and address.
Social distancing will be virtually impossible, and that the current guidance sadly gives the impression that those pupils and staff should just accept being exposed.
The UK economy contracted at the fastest pace on record in March by 6%. Those figures only cover the first few days of the lockdown. It puts the country on the brink of recession. TUI is looking to cut up to 8,000 roles worldwide. The holiday giant's putting it down to the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, calling it the greatest crisis the industry's faced. And you'll be able to get a takeaway from Marks & Spencer's Cafe tomorrow. It's opening 49 of them with plastic screens at each till, and employees asked to wash their hands at least every half an hour.
Just you, Gatford. We've got to find you another nod because you're going to have hard work tonight.
Showers in the far north, elsewhere dry with sunny spells, but cloud building up during the day.
Talk Radio. Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy through the years. Never bring me any tears. Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. Bring me sunshine. You know what?
Rock it, man.
Bring me laughter. All the while.
Shag a pony.
In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy through the years. Never bring me any tears. Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love, sweet love. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love.
Once I believed that when love came to me, that pussy.
Cause it's getting better, growing stronger, warm and wilder, getting better every day, better every day. And I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting, 'cause no matter how long it takes, the two of us know that it's getting better, growing stronger, warm and wilder, getting better every day, better every day,
Head back to work, guys. Head back to work. Go back to work, you lazy guys. You lazy, lazy scumbags. Get back to work. Get back to work. Back to work, everybody. Coronavirus is over. He said, good evening, Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee. Who are you, lady?
I'm Katherine Boyle.
Get back to work, lady. Go back to work. Go on the crowded buses and the crowded trains. Because sing hosannas. Coronavirus is over, virus. We beat the virus. So go to work. Be safe in the knowledge your Prime Minister wants you dead. 0344 499 1000. Oh, I've got to log into TeamViewer. How are you, Katherine? Excuse me, Boyle.
Oh, I'm not as windy as you, but only slightly less windy.
Well, here's tonight's question. How long after eating raw chicken do you start to get ill?
Well, I would suggest a couple of hours.
Okie dokie. We got until 11 o'clock. Let's see what happens. I cooked that chickeny thing again, and some of that chicken was not cooked through.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Right.
dear.
Are you feeling gurgly yet, or no?
I feel a little bit gurgly. Sam, could you do me a... Oh, no, hang on. I haven't got there's a new password. Hang on. Everybody, just cool out. We've had 2 days off. You've heard what professionalism sounds like. Nobody wants that. Is that a capital? I'm going to... Yes, man, I'm in. You've heard what professionalism sounds like. Nobody, I'm telling you, nobody wants that. First call's not going to last very long, Katherine. First call isn't going to last very long, okay? And I suspect it'll be you that dispatches this one. Let's go very briefly, and possibly for the last time ever, to Noel Taylor. Good evening, Noel.
Good evening, Iain. Good evening, Katherine.
I think Kath might like to... Shut up. I think Kath might... People who've never listened ever are just turning on, and the first call, the idiot, the shouty idiot is telling the first caller to shut up and that he's going to get cut off soon. People are going to hate this. Katherine, anything you'd like to say or ask Noel Taylor?
I'm just interested as to what Noel's going to say, and, okay. Let's go with it. Let's go with it.
Are you going to apologise for telling us to F off?
I didn't do that, Iain.
You literally did, Noel. You literally did.
That's libelous. You can't say that.
Well, no. The first offence of libel is that it's true.
Yeah,
so.
We have a slightly better grip on reality than you do, Noel. You got very angry because we were poo-pooing your idea for a world fuelled by, well, poo-poo, and you told us to F off.
Can we let bygones be bygones?
Well, or you could apologise for what you did and stop trying to, what do they call it, gaslight us. Or lamplight us. Stop trying to, by the light of the silvery moon. You could apologise for what you did.
Buckingham Palace Mental Hospital is what I'm going to talk about.
Okay,
please.
well, you can do that when you've apologised for telling us to F off and that you were never going to listen to us again.
And blocking us and doing all that stuff on Twitter. You did.
I didn't tell you to F off.
You literally did, Noel. You literally did.
I did not. No, I did not.
Can I look in my records? Because it will say dumped F-bomb.
You can listen back to your podcasts. Listen back to your podcast.
I don't think I would have put it in.
No, we don't have that many callers that tell us to F off. So when it happens, particularly with one who's been calling me for about 10 years, it kind of resonates.
I would never do
and
that.
then when they take it online afterwards, yeah.
You literally did.
Trust me.
No. I don't trust you because you're lying to me. I don't trust you. You're lying.
I wouldn't lie.
You
I
would
wouldn't lie.
because you did
either
it.
that or you don't remember. If you give me the benefit of that doubt, you don't remember, but it happened. No.
Buckingham Palace Mental Hospital.
No. Not until you acknowledge that either you did it or possibly you've forgotten you did it.
No, I didn't forget. I don't forget things.
Thanks very much for your call, Noel. 0344 499 1000. I'm in that kind of mood. Feisty couple of days. Feisty day online yesterday. Feisty day in real life today. I'm in that kind of mood. I am in that kind of mood. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Sirens in songs, home haircuts, and if you're still defending Boris Johnson's handling of the coronavirus epidemic, you're a traitor to this country. And if you're in the press and you're doing it, then you're nothing but a Poundland Lord whore. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Fun, baby. Fun till the daddy takes the T-Bird, the Thunderbird, away. It's a car. And she was a horny young woman driving the car to buy hamburgers. Hamburgers, of course. Hamburgers is a Freudian meaning an American teenager's penis. The hamburger stand is the balls underneath the penis. Fun is about teenagers having sex. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I went and visited my mum today in a care home.
But she's been locked down, hasn't she, since before?
She's been locked down. The care home stuff is really weird. She's in a care home. It's because she's very physically disabled, and I'm so annoyed with this guy. We're going to make it a fun show tonight, but every now and then the world is going to creep in. And over about 10 or 11 days ago, there was a suspected COVID-19 case in the care home. And so the care home sent off for a test. They got a test. They didn't get the results until 9 days after the test was done. And in the meantime, there was another suspected case, but the rules then were, and they've been changed, but it's taking a very long time for them to filter through. The rules then were that if there was, if you'd done one test, you couldn't do the second test because that was considered part of the original outbreak. It's very confusing. So the first test eventually after 9 days came back negative, so now they're allowed to do the second test. Fun days. But that means all of the residents are confined to quarters. They are not allowed to leave their rooms. And we've been speaking to one the last couple of weeks on Zoom, I guess it was Zoom. And it's been fraught with technical difficulties because the carers are doing an excellent job at keeping the virus out. That they're not so well trained in doing Zoom. And it's not their job. And it's not their job. That's not in any way a criticism. They've been brilliant at setting it up. But we've had a couple of Zooms where we couldn't hear her and she couldn't hear us. And But then I had the idea of going to visit her in the care home. And I spoke to the home and they were absolutely delightful about it. And I got to the care home. And what it is, my mum's got a room on the ground floor, and she's got a door, like a sort of, glass door, a back door. I don't say back door because everyone thinks of like my mum's anal sex with my mum. That's what they're thinking of when you say back door.
God,
well, that's when you say back door.
Well, no, when you said the last bit, that's now. Okay, so yeah, we get it.
Well,
go.
no.
It's a door, a rear.
Well, now you're doing it.
I'm not. I wasn't.
You're doing it now. Everybody, you say back door, and you're saying rear door. Which, hang on.
The tradesman's.
Hang on. Oh God, that's even worse. Everyone thinks of this. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. This is the soundtrack for my mum now. I don't want any backdoor men. I don't want any backdoor men going anywhere near my mother. All right. Oh, God, here comes another one. Okie dokie. That's my mother. That's my mother, guys. Respect.
So which door did you go?
Well, I did go to the back door. And I got to the care home and I phoned up and I said, I'm here. And they had to come out and open the gate and I could go all the way around the side. I could then get as close to my mum's back door as possible without touching it. I wish I hadn't started this story now.
Well, you've got to continue, push through. No.
And I had to talk to my mum through her back door. This isn't working. This is a horrible. It should have been a beautiful story. It's horrific.
It wasn't through the window. Just say through a closed window.
An opening. No, let's go play the adverts, please. Talk radio. Thank you.
Talk radio. At NatWest, we're putting our money where your business is. We've set aside £5 billion of working capital funding for our customers and have already lent over $3 billion to businesses like yours. So if you bank with NatWest and COVID-19 has affected your business, remember, every one of us is here to support you. Search NatWest Business Coronavirus.
Figures for RBS Group. Security may be required. Over 18s only. Subject to status. Business use only.
Mondays on Gold. One of TV's favourite father and sons, Ricky Tomlinson and Ralph Little, are hitting the road. It's wonderful. I'm blown away by it. For a proper tour of the north.
Got some tea on the go, do you want a cuppa?
Oh, yes. Enjoying the beautiful countryside, culture and characters in their very own camper van. There are some beautiful places in the north of England. Why would you want to go anywhere else? The weather. Ricky and Ralph's very northern road trip. Every Monday at 8, only on the Gold TV channel.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. It's a phone-in show unlike any other phone-in show, in as much as we are not kissing the neck of our Prime Minister and telling him he's doing a great job. Let's go to Gatford. Good evening, Gatford.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath. Straight to the meat of this call. Straight to the meat.
Well, you're not. The fact that you've the fact that you said straight to the meat twice, that's fact. You could have cut that fat off like I do with my boys when I'm cooking them bacon. You could have cut that fat off and you could have gone straight to the meat, but you didn't. You didn't.
I'm going straight to it now.
Well, you did it again!
This is the meat of the call.
So the meat of the call...
You can't introduce the meat.
The meat of the call is you saying this is the meat of the call, is it? That's the meat.
Look, unlike that bingo thing you did a few weeks ago, or whatever it was, where I got trumped by that Lino bloke.
Is this the meat?
My siren song now.
So the meat of the call is you saying... It's two things. It's you saying this is the meat of the call, and then it's you bitching about a call from 3 weeks ago. Wow. What slim pickings there are on the meat. Where are you buying your meat?
He's getting out of the bin at the back.
He's a freegan. This guy's a freegan and he's trying to give me a meat sandwich.
At least I cook my meat, unlike you.
That's very, very true.
Talking about your meat now.
If that meat goes anywhere near my mum's back door, Gatford, there will be serious repercussions.
I'm going nowhere near that.
Thank you. Why? What's wrong with it? You disgust me, Dad.
Nothing's wrong with it. I'm just making no comment. No comment at all.
You disgust me.
Give us the meat.
Siren song. Frankie Goes to Hollywood, 2 Tribes. Book it.
Book it? What exactly am I booking?
On the list. Write it down. I'm looking at YouTube. I want you writing that down.
All right. I'm going to write it down. What was it?
You on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube.
Oh, let's have a look.
Yeah.
There we go. I've written it down. I'm going to show it to the camera. There's a slight delay.
Yeah, no, sure.
There we go. Written it down.
I'm looking. Writing. I want my...
It's up there.
Want my proof?
I've done it.
All right, I'm just waiting for the... No, I'm just waiting for the delay, and then you can...
You're the delay. You're the delay to my life. Can you see me writing it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see you writing it now.
Okay.
You're holding it up.
Yes.
I think you're going to watch him rip it up in a minute, but go on.
No, I want to see it, and then I'm okay.
When you see it, can you put the phone... Could you apologise to me and put the phone down?
I'm going to put the phone down.
Apologise to me and put the phone down.
Get you one day, Lee.
Thank you very much, Gatford. 0344 499 1000. I wrote an obscenity on that paper. Let's go to Simon. Good evening, Simon.
How's it going, Ian? You all right, mate?
None of your business, Simon. What have you got for us?
Fair enough. Well, I'm also watching on your YouTube channel. and I've been watching for a few weeks, and you banned me from your YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago, and I'm a little bit unhappy about it.
Oh well, that's life. That's
It's
life.
not real life, you know, Simon.
That's life. These things happen.
It's not real life, but, you know, would you care to ask, you know, you should ask why. Why did you ban me?
Did I ban you, or did one of the mods ban you?
Well, I think probably one of the mods...
Well, then I didn't. And then Simon, I didn't ban you. So you've said something that's untrue. I didn't do it. I don't monitor. Here's the interesting thing. I'm doing a radio show, right? I do the YouTube as a cheeky little bonus. I can't monitor everything that happens. It'd be like having a creche. It'd be like having a creche behind me while I'm doing the radio show, and I have to keep an eye on all the children. I simply can't do it. So whatever you did, you got banned. That's life.
Okay, that's a fair point, Ian, but the fact is you were aware I got banned, and you also...
How was I aware you got banned? I've no idea who you are.
You condoned the banning because I think it's because I mentioned patter theft, and you took great...
Oh, yeah, I have an instant thing, Simon. I have an instant thing, right? If anyone is dumb enough and lazy enough to mention patter theft, instant ban. Instant ban, no questions asked, and no one comes back from that banning, ever.
But some people might have only just got clued onto you from the whole patter theft saga, so you might...
Instant ban, no questions asked, instant ban, no one comes back from a patter theft ban.
So you're denying that you're a patter thief?
Thank you very much indeed for your call, Simon. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Me and Kath have been talking, and we've decided we're going to get married and have 5 children together, and we're going to adopt another 8 of mixed ethnicity. Oh, hang on, that was private. Sorry, Katherine, we've not announced that publicly. The other thing we talked about was... we have talked about other things, is that I think I've been too kind to people. I think I've been too kind to people, and that has to end. I think the shows recently have been, because of our kindness, both of us, but mine primarily, because Kath is actually a cold-hearted B1TCH. And
thank you.
You're welcome. And I think the shows have had some great points and great moments. I also think there's been some real tedium. And that's because I'm too nice to people, and I let people come on and just, boring stuff. So I will. We're gonna be more honest, more direct with people. I think.
Also, someone coming on and saying you banned me in that tone. Yeah. I knew exactly why I got banned. Probably for that tone. It's funny how people sometimes type in a tone.
Yes, there's quite often you get messages from people. I got banned on your Twitch and I didn't do anything, and you go and look and they're called Adolf69, and and you go okay, right. So I'm blocking, I'm banning. I've got the best. I want to say to Katherine, to Pete, to Gatford, to Amy. She's the newest of my mods. She's passed the mod exam. To Matty, Gatford, and maybe a couple of others. I have got the best mods on that YouTube channel. They are the best, and I trust them implicitly. And yes, anyone makes any accusations of patter theft and then continues it, that's when they're trying to get unbanned, and they continue it, it's over. It's over.
Apart from anything else, they're missing the point. They're the patter... Anyway, whatever.
Let's go to Nicky.
Most of all, they're tedious.
Let's go to Naughty Nicky. Everyone's going to have a nickname tonight, and Nicky is naughty. Good evening, Naughty Nicky.
Good evening. I have been called that before.
Oh, gosh.
I've got a siren song.
Here we go. Let's have it. Siren songs.
It's a really old one, but it was on an old Betamax tape that I recorded Top of the Pops on, and it's Blockbuster by the Sweets.
Oh, and that's the greatest. That's the greatest of all siren songs. I think that's... Hang on, let's have a listen, because it's a brilliant song. It's Blockbuster. Here we go. Here we go. Hang on, I think this is it. No. Wrong one. Here we go. Here we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is, as far as I'm concerned, it's the best and it's the only siren song. But that's a classic. That's a classic. The Sweet were a real band. Then but they weren't really having success. And then they got taken over by, I wonder, it might have been Mickey Most. I'm not totally sure. It was a team of two, like, hit makers. It may have been Mickey Most. And they were replaced, the band were replaced by studio musicians, and they were forced to release kind of softer pop songs, which The Sweet, I think I've got the right band, The Sweet objected to, but went along with it. And then, like all fictional bands, they wanted to go from being a wooden doll to being a real band again. They kicked out their managers. They started recording and writing their own material, and they tanked, ladies and gentlemen. It's always, if you're in a manufactured band, just go along with it, guys. Just go along with it. Get the dollar. Get the dollar, Nicky. That's what I say. Why were you called naughty, Nicky? Were you a thief or a sexpert?
Oh, no, neither of those. I worked in a bakery in Bourne End, and my nickname was Naughty But Nice Nicky.
Oh.
I think there was a advert with
You're
Fab
not-
Clothes or someone.
Cream cakes.
You're not
Yeah.
that old, Nicky, are you?
I'm about 3 or 4 years older than you, I think.
Wow. Have you crossed the Rubicon to the big 5?
I did that in October.
Oh,
yeah.
mate. Oh, mate. I'm heading that way. We're all heading that way. Well, we're not. Everyone who's over that is heading in the opposite direction. What did it feel like turning 50? Because I'm starting to get anxious.
It was fantastic. I wasn't scared, and I'm very lucky because I had a party before the lockdown, whereas my school year are all turning 50 this year, and they're all having their 50s now, up until August and beyond in lockdown. But I was lucky. I had a good old party in Tapley.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen, Nicky, it's nice to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. 03444991000. There's several of these.
Just look at that. Light as a feather and trembling with naughtiness.
He's holding his penis.
Of course, the trouble with me is I never could say no.
He's talking about his penis.
Fresh cream cakes. Naughty. But nice.
There we go. Okay, so we're gonna have to guess the celebrities, Catherine, advertising penises. Who was that, please?
I heard Barbara Windsor sauce.
I don't think that was Barbara Windsor in there, was it?
Yes, it
was. Hang on.
Just look at that. Light as
I thought it was Ersatz Windsor, but let's listen.
Feather and trembling with naughtiness. Of course, the trouble with me is I never could say no. Fresh cream cakes. Naughty. But nice.
You're right. She's got the lip, the speech
And
defect.
that was the guy that we saw a one-man show in Edinburgh in a lecture theatre.
Catherine, no, you're wrong.
Oh.
You're wrong. Larry Grayson.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Larry Grayson. Yeah.
Gosh.
Just look at that. Light as a feather and trembling with naughtiness.
There we go. Okay. Well, who is this?
Here, the way these cream cakes flaunt themselves, it's enough to lead a girl astray. Given half a chance.
Fresh cream cakes.
Oh.
Naughty.
But nice.
Oh, they've swapped. They've swapped.
Probably
Okay.
the same day. You might as well
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, the trouble with these midnight snacks is you get crumbs all over the bed.
Fresh cream cakes. Naughty.
But ever so nice.
I don't know why he's dressed as Dracula for that. It's a very elaborate set.
I think I remember that one.
Very, very elaborate set of like Dracula's castle and a lush. More. The others are just filmed like in a black room. Here we go.
There's a naughty habit. Naughty? See, habit? No? Oh, well, please yourselves. Fresh cream cakes, naughty.
I am reminded by Dave that you know who came up with the slogan, don't you?
Yeah, he got a fat wad put on him for it.
I think the fat one may have been the fact that he wrote crap books, but yeah, Salman Rushdie.
Fat wad is in fat.
Who was that, please?
Was that not Frankie Howard?
Shaman Frankie Howard. Okay, here we go. This is the rest of the show.
Looking through these, don't you get an intense flush of nostalgia?
Only in the warm weather.
Look, there's your bird.
In his mob suit. He was a line amongst men in them days. I'm filling up.
So I see.
Fresh cream cakes. Naughty.
But nice.
Who was that?
Les Dawson and Alec Gilroy.
There we go. Alec Gilroy. Of course, it's Alec Gilroy. Oh, and we've had Babs. There's a whole. Oh, here's a good. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Here we go. Here we go. You'll like this.
Me mum warned me there'd be cakes like this. Fresh cream cakes. I go all colly-wobbly inside me. Good resolutions go out the window. Oh, girls. Fresh cream cakes. Oh, but nice.
Hang on, no one said naughty.
No, maybe she doesn't say naughty. Maybe that was in her contract.
I don't say naughty. No, hang on, that's...
Surprise, surprise.
Fresh cream cakes. Oh, but nice.
That doesn't make any sense. Fresh cream cakes, ooh, but nice. We've had Grayson.
Just look at that. Light as a feather and trembling with naughtiness.
I think we're done. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number.
Cake now.
Let's go to Giselle. Good evening, Giselle.
Hi.
Hello, Giselle. What you got?
Well, I was just, wanting to let you know that I was still alive and just genuinely was wondering how you guys were doing.
Yeah, okay, up and down. I wrote to a university last night to inquire about a course, so I'm enjoying that. I've had a good day. So my mum, we talked about that and anal sex. I applied to a course. I've had a big argument yesterday. I had a big argument today with someone else. But apart from that, yeah, good. Katherine?
What have I done? I've had a bit of a cold. It seems to be whenever I take a couple of days off, I get the sniffles and a cold sore. Yeah. And this time was no exception. It just catches up with me every time.
Yeah. There you go.
So, yeah, I'm all right, though.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're both...
limping along.
You're both flattening your curves, whatever that means.
Oh, my curves are growing. My curves are growing. But my curves are now going to start growing in the right places because I have, if you're watching on youtube.com/Iain Lee, have a look at this.
You're about to see him pumping off online.
Oh, yes.
He's his nipples again, is he?
I've got weights. Yeah. I've got dumbbells. I bought some dumbbells in a socially distant, social distancing way. Healthy social distancing way. Yes, man. Yes. Wow, yes! Yes! So, so I'm pumping off. Oh, that hurts. Anything else, Giselle?
Your degree that you want to look at in psychology, was there any particular area? I did an access course in psychology, which is the bit before university, sort of an A-level equivalent. And
it's not really a psychology course you want, is it?
It's not psychology. It's psychotherapy and counselling, and it's the option.
Okay.
Psychotherapy and counselling, and it would be, at the moment, I'm considering it as a general thing as opposed to focusing on like drugs and addiction or anything like that. I want to be a general thing, and it might be a degree or it'll be a diploma. I don't really know the difference. And it would be the plan. And I'm just sniffing around because I may look at it and go, oh, no, 3 years. I don't think so, because I'll be 50 by the time I finish it at least. But I'm looking at it as either possibly a new career because radio is getting on my tits, because I think that me and Kath and James O'Brien and a few other exceptions are the only people doing anything different. And do you know what? You get the people that really like, when you're swimming against the tide, as we are, you don't get that far from the shore. And the people that really like you, really, really like you, but they are small in number, and the people that dislike you, really, really dislike you. And the fact that there are literally, I would be hard pushed to think of 5 people on the radio, if you include me and Kath as one. I would be hard pushed to think of 5 shows on the radio, the speech shows, that are doing something different and are not rimming our Prime Minister, who I think is sending lower skilled people and people who don't earn much money to their deaths. And so I'm sick and tired of this industry. So part of me thinks I might get out of it and go and be a therapist and a counsellor, or I might utilise those skills in the greatest as yet never before heard radio show that has not happened yet.
You have some definitely have some transferable skills from doing radio to potentially do counselling.
I can talk up to the vocal. But only if there's a countdown timer in front of me. It's a joke. It's a radio joke, guys. It's a radio joke. Catherine, you're allowed to laugh at that. Kath, you get that, don't you?
It's an excellent joke.
Thank you. Thank you.
So do
Listen, I take the time seriously. It's not a laughing matter.
No, it's no laughing matter. Kath, what's the time now?
22:36.
Okay, because that's how we say time, isn't it?
So I say.
Okay, right.
Serious.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it, and I've had I've had Annabelle Giles get in touch with me. That won't mean anything to you, you're a kid. Well, who's that? She's only one of the greatest television presenters we've ever had. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, right. What else?
Nothing, but I
Excuse me.
refute the claim that I'm a kid.
You're about 9. Thank you, Giselle. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call. I'm looking. I've been thinking about 12 years ago when I was at Absolute, and I was only doing one night a week. I was getting very well paid for that. Thank you, David Lloyd. Thank you. I was going to quit and become a primary school teacher, and then we had a kid, and I couldn't really afford the cost. I'm if I didn't need the cash, I would like to say I'm done. I'm done, radio. I gave you the best years of my life. I transformed you. I created a unique radio show, and you spit in my face. Hey, flippin' heck. Sorry, this is going to sound like I'm being flippant. I'm not. That really sad story about that woman that was killed by someone that spat in her face. Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed all the reports are someone spat in her face and said they had it, and then she died. So they can't.
They can't be definite, can they?
It feels like legally they've got to be careful.
Right. Okay.
But
it was
really?
It was 2 people, I think, that were spat at by the same person, and they both got it. If my reading of the story is correct, they both got it, and one of them died from COVID-19. My God, that's the world we're living in. That poor woman and her family, and it has to be noted because we note these things. She had the most beautiful name. Her name was Belly. I've never heard that as a name before, and and maybe that's partly why it struck with me. I just thought, what a beautiful name, and just what a sad story. This is where we are, Catherine. I know there was a woman who either threatened coppers or did spit at coppers, saying that she had COVID-19, and my God, look, as he says in the chat, poor Belly, her family lives near me, 11-year-old daughter. The saddest thing, and that is, I don't know why. It seems sadder because she was serving the public. She worked for, I think it was the Underground. I don't think it was the buses. It was the Underground. So she was doing a very important job at the moment, and it turns out, I mean, who'd have thought it? It turns out a really dangerous job. You see the numbers of people that are going onto the tubes and the buses now, and the fact that it possibly came from something. It possibly came from an act of maliciousness. It's horrendous.
Yeah, that is one thing, and that's awful. The second thing I found really interesting is the way that people are being kind of shamed now for going to work on public transport, as if anyone would choose to do that if they had any other choice.
It's their fault. Their Prime Minister has said, stay alert. Well, they're obviously the idiots that are crowding onto buses and trains are not staying alert. I'm joking, of course. What other options do they have? You know, and I wonder how many of their offices and factories and workplaces are COVID safe. Whatever that means. I think that means no hot desking and plastic shields up. I think that's what it means. I don't know. But use your common sense. Coming from a party that said people died in Grenfell because they didn't use their common sense. This is awful. And people are stood there going, yeah, brilliant, Boris, well done. You know the people that are saying brilliant, Boris, well done? They're the people that don't have to squeeze into the top deck of a double-decker bus to get to work. They're the people that don't have to cram into a tube to get to work because they've got a lovely little studio set up at home, or they're working in a building that's pretty much empty and they can waltz in, they get an Uber in, or they can drive in and nobody has to touch them and they don't go near anybody. Those are the people that are going, well done, Boris. Well done. How can you not be terrified for the citizens, your brothers and sisters, that you see coming off those rammed buses? My God, we thought people were dumb on VE Day, having street parties, but actually mingling during street parties, right? And you wait for the spike in 3 weeks' time. You wait for the spike in 3 weeks' time. My God. And yet people are still going, oh no, you've got only lefties and the usual lot are criticising the government. No, we should all be criticising the government. Doesn't matter what your politics are. He's killing people.
Be alert. This is us being alert.
Yeah. Being alert. He's killing people. Why is he not? The show isn't going to be all about this. I promise we're going to have fun. We're doing songs with sirens, for crying out loud. 0344 499 1000. Why are we not allowed to criticize? Why is he not doing the Downing Street press conference every single day? It's the housing minister today. What? Talking about buying houses. Why is Boris Johnson not doing it? I'll tell you why. He's a coward. He's a coward. He's a coward. He's a liar. And he's not as bright as you all think he is. He's full of it. And he's killing people. And we're all supposed to go, well done, Boris. This is leadership. This is leadership. Of course people have to go to work. Of course they do at some point. Now is not the right time. And the way it is being handled is stay alert. Stay alert. Stay alert. What does that mean? Okay, terrorism, stay alert. I kind of get it. You're looking as your next door neighbour getting a load of, the bomb-making equipment delivered to his house. Is there a suspicious-looking person who's got a rucksack with a fuse sticking out of it? All right, that's stay alert. How are you supposed to stay alert against an invisible killer? You can't do it. I've seen the film The Invisible Man. It's really, really tough unless you stab it and break the suit. And I'm not sure coronavirus is wearing an invisibility suit. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Online and on the Talk Radio app.
Staying alert for the vast majority of people still means staying at home as much as possible.
Talk Radio.
Which Experts Explain with Mike Graham on Talk Radio. During this uncertain time, Which offers consumer rights advice for you and your family. Join Mike Graham tomorrow morning from 10 as Which Experts explain your rights on a range of consumer issues, from financial support and flight refunds to scam protection and safe shopping. Don't miss Which Experts Explain with Mike Graham tomorrow morning from 10 on Talk Radio. Get free impartial advice about your consumer rights at which.co.uk.
Like Lotto? Then you'll love 2 bets for 50p on Mini Lotto at Lottoland. That's right, 2 bets for 50p. Just pick 5 numbers from 42 and bet for a daily £80,000 jackpot. Sit back, relax and place your bets at lottoland.co.uk. 18s and over. Offer for new customers only and may only be used once. Offer ends December 31st, 2020. Terms apply. BeGambleAware.org.
Co-op.
Has joined the call.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me? We're getting behind the food charity Fair Share.
And we're making... Oh, sorry. You go.
And we're making it easy
for us all to do our bit.
to be a local hero. Together we've raised enough for over 2 million meals. But we still need more. So please continue to donate in store.
Or by texting meals to 70490 to give a tenner.
Because even though we're apart, we can still help each other out.
Co-op, it's what we do. Fair Share is a registered charity in England and Wales. 1100051 18 plus. Text cost £10 plus standard rate message.
Evenings with James Whale on Talk Radio. Keep connected with round-the-clock news, essential information and expert insight.
How Don, I've just seen your comment. You can be safe on a bus. Could you give me a call and tell me how, genuinely? Because I don't quite know how that's possible.
You can meet a person.
Could you give us a call?
As long as you're socially distanced, but one person socially. You know, what we're going to do
do? Have the police all over the place? Oh, sorry, you're too close. No, it's not going to happen, is it?
Evenings with James Whale. Weeknights from 7 on Talk Radio. Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
You can watch half of the show on youtube.com/Iain Lee. You're very, very welcome to do that. Don't forget, this Sunday at 6 o'clock, Katherine and I are doing a rabbit hole live phone-in show in your house. Katherine will be coming around to my house, but I've asked her to wear a hazmat suit, and I will be disinfecting every orifice. But we will be doing that. There are still some tickets if you want to go to iainlee.com/event. It's £6.50. iainlee.com/event. It's £6.50. Now I did see, and I can't find it now in the YouTube chat, and I'm kind of skimming through it a little bit because it's a phone-in show. But someone called Don. Here we go. Everyone has a responsibility to be responsible for themselves. Okay. Yeah, of course we do. The government, also, the key function of a government is to protect its citizens. So, yes, we have a responsibility to be responsible for ourselves, but the key function of a government is to protect its citizens. And then he says, you can go to work on a packed bus and be safe too. You can go to work on a packed bus and be safe too. Now, I've asked Don, I would love it if you would call in and explain how you can go to work on a packed bus and be safe from coronavirus. Because to me, you can't. You simply can't. Otherwise, what's the point of social distancing if you can be safe on a packed bus? And this is what we're dealing with. And I don't want to make the whole show about this, but I'm getting more and more angry about the way this country is run and about the press that you get. And I'm just aware it's me and Kath going, hello over here. He's got no clothes on. Everybody's got... And then security comes and whisks us away. But that's what we're dealing with. This seems to be what we're dealing with. Let's go to David. Good evening, David.
Hi, Iain. You all right?
What you got for us, David?
Basically, what is it? Obviously, the government made this announcement last night that my day job is an estate agent. All right. I know we're not the most liked in the country, but yesterday, obviously, it got announced that estate agents can now go back to work safely. I can't understand how we, as an estate agent, can actually go back safely, go to people's houses, put their house on the market. Right? We can't even go and get our hair cut. Never mind go and see our granny.
Did you hear the Downing Street press conference this evening with the housing minister?
I didn't know.
I did. First one I've listened to in ages. I don't know any of the actors anymore, but I did. I can tell you, this is brilliant. You're going to love this, Kath. Did you hear it?
I heard some of it. I must admit, I kind of drift in and out after I've seen the graphs.
Right. I heard it, and I'm going to tell you, David, how you can do your job, okay? First obvious thing, you can't have open houses, okay? Appointments have to be booked. Also, appointments have to be booked. This is all true, right? They have to be booked only by people who are serious about moving. Okay, so you can't just be thinking about it. You've got to be serious about it, right?
Does that stop you getting the virus?
Yes.
Serious.
So you've got to be serious about it. You'll have an online look at the interior of the house first, which is, I guess, is kind of what you do. Then you will meet at the house at a specified time. The owners of the house will be out getting their exercise. That was what they said. It will be out getting their exercise or stood in the garden. All of the interior doors of the house have to be open. The people looking and you're not allowed to touch anything in the house, right? And David, I guess this is your responsibility. As you're leaving the house, you have to wipe down all door handles and all surfaces.
Whoa. But hang on, they've left the door
I
doors
know.
open. Why are we touching the door handles?
I know. But David has to wipe down all door surfaces and door handles, okay? So that's how you're going to do it, you lazy estate agent.
Stay alert.
How feasible does that sound to you?
A load of rubbish.
Let me ask a slightly more, but perhaps a more pertinent question, actually. Because you could do all of that stuff if you put you could. But here's the more important question: how safe does that make you feel?
Well, it doesn't at all, really. And to be honest, my day job, my like what I do is I'm a valuer, so I actually put houses on the market.
Right.
So I actually physically go to the houses and take the photos and do everything like that. So it's even worse, really, isn't it?
There was another bit of government advice. I saw someone being interviewed by the news, and they were talking about cleaners and nannies going back to work.
Yeah.
And the interviewer said, so you can't have your parents look after your children, but you can have someone come in from outside.
Yeah.
A stranger. And they said, yeah. And we admit it's very difficult to maintain social distancing while you are engaged in childcare, but perhaps you could keep a window open.
Oh, because yes, of course, this is the problem. You see, this is why all these people are dying in hospitals. They forgot to open the window so that the virus can get out. That's
maybe you could keep the window open when you're doing the viewings as well.
That's what they need to do. It's nuts, David. It's nuts, and I can't. Does anyone genuinely feel safer? This is a genuine question. I won't jump down your throat, because if you do, great. No. Tell us. If you're listening and you genuinely feel safer after the two announcements we've had the last few days, 0344 499 1000. Tell us why. Tell us why. Make me feel safe.
No, there isn't.
It's nuts.
There isn't anyway.
No. All right, David. Nice to talk to you, mate. Best of luck. Stay safe, brother. Stay alert. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to now. Okay. Okie dokie. Nigel.
Bonjour.
Nigel. I've been thinking.
Go on. You're going to turn me away, aren't you? You're going to turn me away.
Now, possibly, for your own good, because I do wonder if you phoning us up is helpful or damaging to you. Hang on, let me finish. Let me finish, Nigel. This is important. I've got three factors here. I wonder if it's helpful or damaging to you. I wonder if it's helpful or damaging to me and Catherine. I also wonder if it's helpful or damaging to the listeners as well. I have to factor all of those things in, because I know you say that your mental health diagnoses are lies, they're incorrect, but from where I'm sat and from where Katherine is sat and from where the listener is sat, unless you're, Laurence Olivier or another great actor, it would appear to us that you are certainly, and I heard your call to Howard last night, you are certainly under some form of mental stress. And I wonder if having you on, I wonder if anybody has helped, or if some people are damaged is not quite the right word, but it's all I can think of, so I'll use it. Or if some people are damaged by your calls. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think. Well, I come from a time frame which is like my dad was the seventh child out of six sisters, and my grandfather on my dad's side was a gardener and served for royalty within that bound, not the Duchess or anything like that, but certainly royal ground, and he tended to hedges and stuff like that. So he was a mini capability Brown, and they had a cottage and they were there for life, and they died, and it was great to go and see my grandfather.
Yeah.
But my father he wanted to see the world, and it cramped his style. So my grandfather was teaching him this, teaching him that, and then my dad said, I want to be in the Navy. So my granddad was a little bit, oh dear, which I didn't know at the time. But my mum, we come from wooden spoon era, and my mum made it big because she got a record label deal.
And here's the issue, Nigel, is that you have not addressed what I've said to you. I'm not saying this in any way to criticise you. Right? I'm not saying this I'm not attacking you. I hope you don't feel I am, because I'm not.
No, I understand.
Lovely.
Yeah,
and it's the thing is, you have this wonderful grasp of language and this wonderful memories and wonderful fantasies, and it is impossible for us to have a coherent, linear conversation
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Because of whatever wiring in your brain, and my wiring isn't right in my brain, but for some reason your wiring in your brain isn't allowing us to really connect on the level that I would that I like to connect with on this show.
Yeah, well, it's a case of elevating up and then letting you come down and then bringing you back up again. That's where I see it. The thing, it's not a world of confusion. It's just a world of we didn't quite fit in, and then all of a sudden there were these things like classical gas. And I'll just leave you with this.
Now here we go. Now this is it. This is really interesting because I've made hang on, because I've made a connection there. Did you listen to all of Howard's show last night?
I can't remember.
Because he played the song Classical Gas. So that's not quite as random as perhaps some people might think it is. How does it... Here we go. And really focus on this question, Nigel. I'm going to talk to you as though there's a great documentary on Netflix that I can't watch because I watched the trailer for it and it got me salivating. And I thought, I can never watch that film. It's a documentary with people talking about their experience taking LSD. I don't know if you've ever taken LSD. It's an amazing drug. It does amazing things. I wouldn't recommend it because that's not what we do. But no. But it's really hard when you're on LSD to focus. You get distracted by everything. So I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to ask you a question and talk to you as though you were on LSD. So Nigel, I really want you to focus on this question. How does phoning my show make you feel? How does phoning my show make you feel?
Lucy in the Sky of Rubies.
And do you understand why that answer is nonsensical to the question? And why?
Exactly. Yeah. It's neither quite not there.
Yeah. And why I struggle to why I've got a thing going around. Got a little conversation going around in my head about, is it exploitative? Am I exploiting you by having you on the show?
No, there was areas so I would be popping along, and then my ear would have attuned to something that is quite rare. My brother's got it. He's got it on a 45.
Classical Gas.
And it's a record by the Passions.
Okay.
And it's 30,000 feet over China.
Okay.
And it is called I'm in Love with a German Film Star. And it's just phenomenal to me.
All right.
It just takes me right up there.
All right. Listen, I'm going to move on. It's really nice to talk to you, Nigel.
Cheers.
Thank
you. I wish you all the best.
Stay safe.
I really do.
Stay safe.
I get so much from the radio show. Cheers, Will. Goodbye.
Thank you, mate. Bye-bye. We need to have a chat, Katherine. Those calls break my heart.
Yeah.
Those calls break my heart. And I heard him speaking to Howard last night, and he's such a bright man. And from what we've had from the calls, I'm sure that, people that know him may know differently, but he seems like a very nice man. Mm-hmm. But I just wonder whether it's right. God, I don't know why I'm saying this. I wonder whether it's right to have him on the show.
I worry that we can't give him what he wants.
I don't know what he wants.
At some point, he's going to feel let down.
Yeah. Let's think. We haven't got to make a decision now. We can chat about it. 0344 499 1000. Ben, stay there. You'll be up next. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Goodwin Barrett has helped thousands of people get to the truth and the compensation they deserve. If you've lost money on a stocks and shares ISA sold by a bank, text FAST to 78900.
Helen is dreaming of fighting a flock of 40-foot flamingos. But in reality, she's helping fight COVID-19 in her sleep. Like thousands of others, she's joined the Dream Team. By using the Dream Lab app, they're helping scientists speed up the search for potential treatments. I'll fight you. Keep fighting, Helen. Search Vodafone DreamLab and join the Dream Team tonight.
DreamLab app is owned by Vodafone Foundation, an independent charity. Registration number 1089625. Full terms at vodafone.co.uk/dreamlab.
Being Lidl on price matters now more than ever, but we're still big on quality, big on the big shop. From award-winning nappies to award-winning fruit and veg, from fresh British meat to hundreds of big brands. We're here for your everyday essentials and to help make time at home special. Now that's big on quality and always Lidl on price. Subject to availability. Selected stores excludes NI.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app.
We're now in a position to begin moving to level 3 in steps.
Talk Radio. Across the UK, online and on DAB. Talk Radio on the Hour Headlines.
Good evening, I'm Daryl Jackson. It's 11 o'clock. The UK is facing a significant recession after the economy suffered its worst fall since 2008. Figures show it contracted by 6% in March, and that only covers the first few days of the coronavirus lockdown. Someone who used to be Chancellor, Ken Clarke, says this is probably the worst recession since the war.
At the moment, it's so acute, so sharp, that the overriding priority has to be to keep alive as many worthwhile businesses that have a future as we possibly can.
The Prime Minister and leader of the Labour Party have clashed in the House of Commons and in a series of letters about the COVID-19 crisis in care homes. They've accused each other of being misleading about early guidance issued. People in England were told to return to work today, but data shows only a small increase in traffic. Concerns were raised about crowding on public transport in London, though, with pictures showing commuters packed onto trains. The Education Secretary has been asked to reconsider letting some year groups go back to school on the 1st of June. Unions claim ministers are showing a lack of understanding about the dangers of COVID-19 spread, but Gavin Williamson insists work will be done to make sure classrooms are safe.
Crucially, all children and staff will have access to testing if they develop symptoms of coronavirus.
This is bullshit.
This will enable a track and trace approach to be taken to any confirmed cases.
Estate agents have reopened and house viewings can take place again as part of efforts to kick-start England's housing market. At the Daily Downing Street briefing, Robert Jenrick said he understands why it may seem confusing at first glance.
Especially when people have been separated from their loved ones for so long. But our guidelines make clear that in the first instance, viewings should happen virtually. When viewings do happen in person, we've set out a clear plan.
Construction sites can also apply for flexible working hours too, so staff can practice social distancing effectively. And Emirates is going to start flying out of London again from next week. Services from the UK to Australia via Dubai form part of its plans. The weather then, tomorrow mostly cloudy in Scotland with showers in the far north. Elsewhere dry with sunny spells, but areas of cloud will develop during the day.
Talk Radio. Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I wonder if that will resonate in any way. It's a good song, actually. I don't know it. I wonder if that will resonate with our last caller. I don't know. I think I'm hoping for a miracle that perhaps isn't going to happen. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Some people already had people tweeting, Katherine, I listened to your show to get away from all of these politics, and you've spent the first hour ranting about politics.
Well,
I'm switching off.
Okay, well, that's great for you. Firm boundaries are important for everybody. And if we're not giving you what you want, then maybe you're putting a bit too much expectation on somebody else.
I just don't want people to die unnecessarily, you know. And we're still a silly show. We still have fun. We still dick around. But I just when I don't know, when my prime minister is telling people in trenches in Gallipoli, is that the place? Over you go, guys. Over you go. Off you go. Your office is just on the other side of that muddy bog. Over you go, lads. And you can hear the gunfire. I kind of think, yeah, someone's got to say something, you know, and it's all well and good playing silly buggers and talking about songs with sirens in, which we're doing and which we're enjoying doing. But, you know, it would be remiss of me to not speak up. Saying that, you can call in about absolutely anything you want. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Katherine's taking an intake of breath. That means she wants to say something.
Also, in our defence, we're living through this too, so we're allowed to have an opinion.
Let's go to Ben. Good evening, Ben.
Evening, Ian. Evening, Kath. How you doing?
Fine, thanks, Ben. What have you got for us?
Well, I want to talk about a little bit about mental health and what's been affected for me recently.
Okay.
I did tweet you, actually, and I did message you with regards to this. I've been through, obviously, a hell of a lot. I've proposed on air, and it backfired seriously to the point where I tried to take my own life. Now, I've been to Steps to Change. I've been through all the necessary channels, and I'm in recovery, which is absolutely brilliant. But I just want a little bit of advice, if anything. I feel like I'm missing something. Like I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to explain that. As much as I can talk to anybody, I feel I can talk to you guys more than anybody else.
I'm going to say something that's going to sound harsh, okay? You ready? Can you take something that sounds harsh? We're not friends.
I can. I appreciate that.
Good. Okay. I'm glad that's out of the way, because I think some people, when they phone up in a position, let's call it, I think they think that we are friends, and we're not friends. Okay. What do you want to ask?
Well, I think that I've been pushed to the point where I've been put in a situation where I tried to kill myself.
What do you want to ask?
I want to ask, how do I get through this? How do I break this stigmata of being pushed into a situation where it's not me, I am a genuine loving person.
What do you mean pushed into a situation?
Do you remember when I rang you?
No. I don't remember. I don't remember shows from last week, and that's not me being rude or flippant. And Kath will back me up. I don't remember. I will not remember tonight's show tomorrow. It's just the way my brain is programmed. I couldn't function if I carried everything from every show. So I don't. So no disrespect. So tell me now. What do you mean you've been pushed into this situation?
Okay. Do you remember the proposal?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't.
Remember this.
I remember vaguely someone coming on and suggesting that's what they wanted to do, and we put to them that it's not fair to do that. Is that you?
Yeah. That's me.
Right. Ben, I'm really sorry. I don't know what we're talking about. You said you've been pushed into this situation. What do you mean by being pushed?
Right. I'm going to say it, physically and mentally abused.
When?
Mid-Jan.
Okay, so recently. Okay, by your then partner?
Yep.
Are you still with that partner?
No.
Okay, do you have any contact with that partner?
No.
Do you want to get back together with them?
I would love to.
Why?
It's too many lies and too much...
Are you drunk?
No.
Have you had a drink?
I am. I've had a beer today.
Here we go. There we go. Here we go. You sound drunk, man. And I'm really... Here's the thing. I'm really trying to pin you down, and you're speaking in vagaries. And I don't know what you're talking about because you're being so vague.
Right.
So we need to
What
start
I'm
getting
trying to say
specific.
is-
We need to start getting specific quite quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to move on because I've got no idea what you want.
Right. What I'm trying to say is, when it comes to mental health,
Yep.
what she put me through and the physical and mental abuse has left me with severe anxiety, severe mental issues. I want to say to everybody that anybody that's going through this, just speak out.
This is not, but no, that's not right. Ben, that's not what you said. Anyone can phone up and say, yeah, I went through this and I want to tell everybody that, if you're going through that, you've got to do something. But that's not what you said 3, 4, 5 minutes ago. You said you wanted help from me, but I've still not established what the help is that you want. Then forget everyone else. Forget everyone else that may or may not be going through it. They're irrelevant to this, right? I still don't know what the help is that you want. So I just want you in one sentence, one short sentence, to tell me what it is you want from me.
Your experience.
That doesn't mean anything. In what? What do you want? Before you picked up the phone, what did you hope you would have when you put the phone down that you didn't have when you picked up the phone?
I am scared for my life. I am scared for the fact that I'm trying to make my own life look reasonable. And I feel it's not.
I'm really sorry, Ben. Maybe I'm just being dense. Maybe I've just got a dense head because I've had a couple of days off and it takes me a while to get up to speed when I've had a few days off. But I've not heard anything. I don't know what you're talking about. With respect and love, I do not know what you're talking about.
Right,
I suspect you've had more than one beer as well.
No. One beer, job done.
Cheeky little spliff?
That'll be... Nope.
Okay, because I've got no idea what you're talking about, man.
Right, well... I'm trying to remember the name, remember the date. December the 3rd, I think it was. December the 3rd or December the 6th. It was either one of those two. Anyway, I came on your show.
And you proposed to someone, which I think is an awful thing to do, and you proposed to someone and they said, yeah, maybe, or whatever. Are you telling us that are you saying it's our fault that you're in this situation?
No, not at all. What
Right.
I'm saying is...
Have you spoken to your doctor or any professional about this?
Yes.
Great.
I've
What did
been
they
through
say?
steps of change.
What did they say?
Steps of change. Well, I'm in class as in recovery.
So what? From
yeah.
alcohol or drugs?
Neither.
Recovery from what?
Recovery from severe depression and anxiety.
Right. Okay. Well, let me tell you, beer is a depressant.
I know it is.
Right. So I would
I've been
suggest
with it
don't. I would
20
suggest
years.
don't drink any beer.
I can control my alcohol intake.
It's not what I
I'm
said.
saying
It's not what I
is-
said, Ben. Not what I said. If you want my advice, you're gonna have to listen, okay? And I'm gonna start getting a little bit more forceful because I want to get back to having fun. I didn't say you couldn't control it. The fact that you've said you can't control it now makes me think, oh, this guy can't control it. But that's not what I said. What I said was beer is a depressant. And I would strongly suggest, you want my advice, right? My first bit of advice is if you are as depressed as you are, as you say you are, don't drink beer or any alcohol because it is a depressant. It depresses you. So stop drinking beer.
Yeah.
You going to do that?
Yeah, I've already done it. I'd say I've only had one.
Are you going to stop drinking completely?
I want to.
Well, here's the thing. You phone me for my advice. Right? Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. I'm giving you my advice. And the first one, this is the easy one. You're like, I don't know. What else you got? And that's the
It's not
easy
so
bit.
much that, it's the case of...
Here we go.
Because it is such a difficult situation. And I'm sorry, Kath, and I'm sorry, Ian. I'm sorry for dragging it on, but what has happened, and I'm not going to go into details, has dragged me down into severe anxiety and severe depression. It's led me to groups on Facebook, which have made me meet some...
So you've gone to suicide. I'm going to steam in because you've been. What you're telling me? You've been to suicide groups on Facebook.
No. I've been to mental health groups.
Great. Stick with those. Stop drinking beer. Stop drinking beer. Stick with those. If you're worried she's going to attack you, and your life is in danger from her, call the police. Are you worried your life is in danger from her?
Well, this is the second...
No, answer the question. Are you worried that your life is in danger from her?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Call the police. Right, so I've given you 2 bits of advice. Stop drinking and call the police. Do you intend to do either of those things?
Yes.
Great.
Have done.
Well, that's a great start, Ben. So why don't you get on those tomorrow? And hopefully...
Oh, I will do. Don't worry about that.
Perfect. I think you've had more than one beer, Ben. In fact, I know you've had more than one beer. And I really wish you'd be honest with me about how much you've drunk tonight.
I have literally had one beer.
I don't believe you.
On with that.
I don't believe you.
Everyone's different, aren't they?
Are you on any other medication?
I'm on blood tablets.
I don't believe you've had one beer, Ben. I really don't, because you're not focusing, and I'm struggling to have this conversation with you. Listen, I've given you 2 bits of 2 really simple suggestions you can do, right? Stop drinking, speak to the police, okay? So why don't you begin with those? You can't fix everything at once. Begin with those, and then maybe we'll catch up in a week. Or maybe I don't know if you have friends you could speak to.
I've got a load of friends that I can speak to.
Brilliant.
A lot of people.
Can I also suggest you speak to your GP about your depression if you're only taking blood tablets?
Been there, done that, gone all through
Well, try
that.
again. Maybe speak to a different GP if you're not getting the answer you want. Because I find it very, interesting that someone could be this down and be turned away.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Kath. I just feel like nobody's listening at the minute.
Because you're not. Because with respect, you're not listening, and because you're not focusing.
You're not wrong, Ian.
Exactly.
You're not wrong.
So you need for something to change, something has to change. It's a really nice little saying. For something to change, something has to change. You're going to carry on in this wheel of misery until you change something. And what you need to change is, I don't believe the beer thing, Ben. I don't believe it. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I don't believe it. But you need to stop drinking. You need to listen. If you ask someone for advice, you need to listen to it and not dismiss it out of hand. Okay? So stop drinking, phone the police, speak to your GP. Those are 3 excellent bits of advice. Would you agree?
Spot on, mate.
Brilliant, Ben. Then you carry on doing those. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Mondays on Go. One of TV's favourite father and sons, Ricky Tomlinson and Ralph Little, are hitting the road.
It's wonderful. I'm blown away by it.
For a proper tour of the north.
Got some tea on the go, do you want a cuppa?
Oh, yes. Enjoying the beautiful countryside, culture and characters in their very own camper van.
There are some beautiful places in the north of England. Why would you want to go anywhere else?
The weather. Ricky and Ralph's very northern road trip, every Monday at 8, only on the Gold TV channel.
At NatWest, we're putting our money where your business is. We've set aside £5 billion of working
Then, Kaz, then you do a sweeping. Then don't do a sweeping statement about GPs. To be fair, GPs aren't good most of the time, or at least mine weren't. Well, then phrase that. My GP wasn't very good.
Remember, every one
That's bullshit.
of us is here to support you. Search NatWest Business Coronavirus.
I don't know how to take you out of time out. I just wanted to hide that comment.
May
But
be required. Over 18s only. Subject.
I don't know how to
status,
take you out of time out.
business
I just
use
wanted to
only.
delete that comment because it was bollocks.
Late night.
But you got time out.
On Talk Radio.
Yeah. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's go to Mark. Good evening, Mark.
Oh, good evening, Ian. How are you?
I'm really tired and drained and frustrated. What can we do for you tonight?
Well, I was wondering, are you still in touch with? Do you still keep in touch with Barry from Watford?
No, I haven't spoken to him for a long, long time.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think he died.
Oh, sorry.
That happens.
Oh well, no, I was just wondering, because I know he's on tour, and I was wondering if maybe you could get him to maybe think about coming over to.
Well,
Northern Ireland
no one's on tour at the moment, Mark.
Oh well, I know that. But whenever, hopefully, things are up and running again, you know.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed, Mark. Thank you for that. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Oscar. Good evening, Oscar.
Good evening, Ian. How are you?
What have you got for us?
It's about the situation at the moment, the coronavirus situation at the moment. But my first thing, just listen to some of the previous callers you've had. Obviously, mental illness is a horrific thing that hundreds of people go through. But I've listened to your shows for years. Are these people serious, the people you've had on tonight, or are they just trying to pull your leg?
Are you serious, or are you trying to pull my leg?
No.
It's a valid question, isn't it? Yeah, I'm on about you, because I'm just wondering how anybody could be so, I want to say, mean-spirited to think that those last few calls might have been someone, quote, pulling my leg.
Not the last few calls. The gentleman before, the man. It was honestly sad to listen to the man before you.
You said the last few calls, so yeah, I'm talking about the last 2 calls were people that are obviously struggling, may not have been entertaining radio. I don't really know, and that's not really the main point of it. But why would you be so? Let's be kind. Why would you be so suspicious as to think they were pulling my leg?
The gentleman before you, honestly, the way he was when you were asking him about the alcohol. I mean, I've been in a situation. My father was an alcoholic.
Okay, why did you think? With respect, I'm not interested in that. Why did you think he was pulling my leg?
It didn't seem straight to me.
Trust me. I've been doing this longer than you, Oscar. It was straight. Why would someone pull my leg like that?
There's a lot of sick people out there.
Aren't there? There's a lot of suspicious people as well, aren't there? Do you think I'd have let him stay on that long if he was pulling my leg?
I don't know. Well, yeah. If you had suspicions, or if you had a feeling that you
Right.
thought it
So
may
you're
be true,
better
then
than me.
obviously-
You're better than me. I've been doing this for 20 years. Kath's been doing it for 20 years. 40 years between us. You're better than me and my producer sussing out if people are pulling our leg or not, are you?
Definitely not. No.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's not what I'm saying. No, not at all.
Well, you
What I'm
asked me if I
saying-
thought he was pulling my leg, and I would not keep him on that long if he was pulling my leg.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough then.
It is fair enough, yeah.
That's awful. And no, I do feel sorry for him. I didn't.
But why? I don't know why you would come on and ask that.
I just thought it was. It just seemed like a very strange call.
It was a very strange call. People are struggling. People are struggling. But even if it was a fake, right? Why did you have to reference it?
And honestly, like I said, I've listened to your show for years, and I've never heard a call like that before.
Well, then you haven't been listening long enough or hard enough, because we get loads of calls like that. Some even more intense than that. So that surprises me, if you have been listening for years, that you've never heard a call like that before.
No, honestly, that's why I asked.
What? But I still don't know why you asked. Why you couldn't just let it be? Just get on with your call, whatever your call is, whatever your point was. In fact, let's do that. What did you call him for?
Well, the reason I called tonight was the situation. I mean, in terms of politics, I wouldn't really say I sit on the left or the right. I probably sit down the middle. And I've never really followed a party. But I've been trying to be as objective as possible with the whole situation.
I bet you're not. I bet you're going to say something that's not objective.
Well, that's for you to.
Isn't it?
That's for your.
Yeah,
your opinion
isn't it?
Afterwards. So I've tried to be objective, and a lot of people have.
What's your point? Let's just get to the point.
So my point is, I've tried to see the best of both worlds.
Yeah, get to the point.
At the moment. My point is, I thought the government were getting a harder time than they deserve.
We've got the highest death rate. We've got the highest death number in Europe. We've got the highest number of deaths in Europe. We were one of the last countries in Europe to get an infection, if not the last country in Europe to get an infection. So we saw this coming. We saw this happening to everybody else. We had time to prepare, and we didn't. We pulled out of a deal with the rest of Europe to get cheaper and more ventilators because of Brexit. Europe were kind enough to still include us in that, and we went, nah, we're not doing that. And this week, your Prime Minister has told the poorest paid people in the country to go back to work.
Well, this is exactly.
And you think that they're getting a little bit too much flack, do you, Oscar?
No.
Are you serious, or are you pulling my leg?
No, no, that's not what I said.
What do you do for a living, Oscar?
I work in an office.
Okay. What kind of work do you do, Oscar?
I work in the financial world.
Okie dokie. And so, did you go back to work today?
No, I've worked through it.
So you've been going into work, into an office throughout this whole thing.
One day at home, and then the other 4 days.
And how do you get into work?
I drive.
You drive. Okay, so you don't have to get the bus.
But no. Let me go back to my point.
You don't have to get the bus.
No, I don't.
Okay, but you think it's okay for those people to be crammed onto buses?
I haven't said that, have I?
Well, you said that the government were getting too much flack, and that's one of the things they're getting flack about.
No, let me finish my point, because I actually haven't made my point yet. My point was.
Oh gosh.
I thought that the government so far, I think they have failed us.
Well, that's not what you said. You said they were getting too much flack.
And I said I thought that they had been treated more unfairly than they deserve. But today, what the point that's been made this week.
Please get to the point, Oscar, because I'm losing the will to live.
I feel like I've utterly lost any faith in this government at all after today's statement. It's the point that I want to make.
Okay, great. Thank you, Oscar. We got there in the end. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's go to Rob. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Ian.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
I'm going to make this super quick.
Oh,
Two quick
God.
points.
Kath, you talk to Rob. I don't want anything to do with him. Hover over that dump button, Sam.
Hiya, Kath.
Hiya, Rob. Go on.
My first point is about the TV presenter Rylan. He seems to be on everything. Why is this? And do you think he could be in danger of being overexposed?
I think someone being going to work when he's invited to go to work and he can do so safely is laudable, and I would not hate someone for that. And also, show business is so fickle; you've got to take it where you can get it.
That's my motto in life, and it has been for many years, but I'm not a fan of the new Ready, Steady, Cook, and if people want to contribute a different topic, an alternative, different presenter, I think he's too over the top.
You know,
You don't have to watch it, you know.
Is he more over the top than Ainsley Harriott?
See, Ainsley was nice. I'm not being thinking right. I don't mind.
You're
Rylan,
racist, aren't you? You don't want indigenous white people on British television. You're ashamed of your colour. Why are you ashamed of your colour?
It's just that, like tonight, he was giving me broadband tips on how to do a podcast on a random advert. And it's like, he's everywhere. Why haven't you got his agent?
I tell you why. I'm going to tell you why Rylan gets so much work. And I know the answer, right?
Okay.
Years and years ago, when I was doing a Big Brother thing, and
you did, yeah.
Yeah, but this is before he was like a big on Big Brother. I think he was in as a guest, right?
Yeah.
He walked into the studio, he saw me, and he saw the co-host, who I can't remember who I was hosting it with. I was the co-host, there was another host. And he came up to us, and he shook our hands, and he went, "Hello," I won't do the voice. "Hello, my name's Rylan, really pleased to meet you." Now, we all knew who Rylan was. He came up to us. "Hello, I'm Rylan, pleased to meet you." He went to the floor manager. "Hello, I'm Rylan, pleased to meet you. Do you need me now?" And he went and said hello to almost everybody in the studio. That's why he's getting all the work.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice
He's a
guy.
joy.
And you've met him, haven't you, Kath?
Yeah, and he was delightful to me. He didn't need to be.
Yep.
Didn't need to be. He was really nice.
Oh, well, fair play. I'll support him then.
Thank you.
Can I just say something I'm doing, which I think is quite nice this Sunday?
Is it a poo?
I'm not looking for sponsorships at all. But this Sunday, obviously, it's my 26th challenge.
Obviously.
Now,
what are you slapping?
Previously, 8 was my record.
All right, goodbye, Rob. Thank you. 0344 499 1000. Trust Katherine to spot that so soon. Let's go to Jamie.
You
Good
don't pay
evening.
me for nothing.
Good evening, Jamie.
Hiya, how's it going?
Have you listened to the show? Not great.
Yeah.
What can we do for you tonight?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Talking how Boris should have really closed the borders really earlier to kind of slow down the
Well, he hasn't.
coronavirus.
He still hasn't.
No, the pubs are closed though, and the borders still open.
Yeah. And at some point in the future, they're going to introduce a thing where if you come in from a foreign country, you will be asked to self-quarantine for 14 days. Oh, okay, fine. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
he should have done loads of things. Should have done loads of things.
And find a place to go.
And the British press that don't call him out are little Lord Haw-Haws. And if you're too young to not know who Lord Haw-Haw is, he was some British radio presenter in Germany who did propaganda broadcasts for the Nazis. And every little radio presenter and newspaper and TV presenter that is sticking up for Boris Johnson and says we shouldn't criticise him, you should all be ashamed of yourselves. You don't have blood on your hands, but there might be a few spatters on your clean, crisp, white shirts.
Yeah. No, wasn't that a bit of a random one? Boris was born in New York, wasn't he?
Absolutely true, right, Jamie, thank you. 0344 499 1000. Random one there. Let's go to Sonia. Good evening, Sonia.
Good evening. I missed you like crazy.
I missed you like crazy. Who was that, Kath, who sang Missed You Like Crazy?
Missed you like it was Natalie Cole, wasn't
Natalie
it?
Cole. Was she Nat King Cole's
Yes.
daughter? And she sang an album of duets with him.
That's right. Yeah.
Natalie Cole.
Anyway, you're one of the cleverest men that I know.
Yeah.
I had 4 brothers. I've got 2 sons and lots of grandsons. But anyway, I want you to tell me, please. I've got an ordinary mobile phone. I've had not the phone, the SIM card for over 20 years.
Oh,
But I don't use
that'd be
it very
worth
much
something on Antiques Roadshow.
What?
That might be worth something on Antiques Roadshow.
No, I changed the phone. I was only an old Dorio phone, but I've got 6 texts.
Oh, 6 texts.
Okay, this one worries me because whoever I've spoken to, they're saying it's a scam.
What does the text say? What does the text say?
I'm just going to read it out. My eyes are very bad, you know. I'll do it now. It says, going into hospital during the
coronavirus.
gut containment, I can't see it clearly, weeks, gets a single bag ready with you, with your, let's put it down a bit, with your keys
Yes.
and health things, information, and for an overnight stay in the hospital. Now,
That actually sounds like quite sensible advice.
No, it isn't. It's coming from. It's 6, 7 messages.
Well, what do they all? Read me another message.
The first one says, "It's us calling you," and that's it. Nothing else.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh.
No, it's us texting you. I'll go down to another one. Where's this one? Sorry. This one says, if you need milk or bread, ask your neighbours and friends to get it for you. But they're all silly.
As scammers go, this is a very helpful one.
It's frightening.
You sure it's not a family member that could be?
I found everybody. And my daughter works at NHS in Clacton, in the offices there. She says, Mum, she said, it's a scam. So I said, well, I don't know what it is, but it's frightening the life out of me.
Can you block that number?
No.
What,
I can delete it.
Well, no, is there not an option on this phone? Because sometimes...
No, it's only a 20 quid phone.
Then just ignore it. What they're doing, Sonia, they don't know you. They don't know where you
That
live.
frightens me because, let me tell you something, to get in this building where I live, it's independent living, you have to press a buzzer with my number on it, the gates open up, then you actually
Let me. Will you listen to me? Because I'm going to tell you something that is true. Right?
Good.
They do not know your name. They do not know where you live. There will be someone, maybe in China, maybe in Glasgow, maybe in Birmingham, maybe in Nigeria. I don't know. There'll be someone or a machine that is just going through every single combination of numbers and sending messages out to see if anyone replies. Have you replied?
No,
Good.
Can't reply.
Don't. Okay,
No.
good. Is there?
Until you said about the one saying it's us calling, I thought it might be a standard government message because I've had a couple of those.
Yeah.
But it's us calling is a very weird one, and it sounds like they're trying to get you to respond.
No, it says, the text is from us, that's it. The text is from us, that's it, it's finished. If it's any family, it's always a kiss.
Read me one of the longer texts. I'm going to type it into Google and see if anything comes up. So give me that one about the milk again.
About what?
The milk. Milk.
Hang on.
Well done.
Sorry.
Shut up, Kath. I'm going to Google it and see if anything comes up.
I'm having an anxiety attack.
No. We're gonna. There's no need.
Oh, it actually says before that message, that long one, it's got NHS. That's what's worried me. The most important thing I should have told you. NHS Coronavirus Services. If you live, it's another one, alone, text friends and family and members. Oh, it's gone off. And members.
Oh.
Sorry, my life this is. There we are. Family and members to let them know you are following advice to stay at home until it's safer time.
Is it what is the number? What is the number it comes from?
The number is
Is it like 5 digits?
No, it's a whole
Right,
number.
go offline. Sam, if you can go to Sonia, and if you could get the phone number, and if you could type it up for me, please, Sam, on the screen. Hello, Sam. There we go. Thank you. Get that number. If you type it up on the screen for me, and we'll have a little Google, and we'll see. There are a few scams out at the moment, which is a little bit...
There are also messages being sent out. I know the NHS have got a text message service. They send people with symptoms daily messages.
Oh, the NHS are bum lickers. By the way, Emily Jane, speaking of bum lickers, says that's true about the hospital bag text. I think this might be a genuine thing. That's why I'm keen to get the number. Then we can have a little check of it.
I wonder if It's Us texting is
The end
part
of-
2 of...
Yes.
Yeah. Part 2 of 2.
Don't worry, guys. And I wonder if we can get her PIN number. Do you want to put Sonia back, Sam? And I'm just going to Google that number. So,
I've done it.
Okay, I'm just going to Google it. I'm just going to Google it. Let's see. Sam, could you do me a favour? Could you dial that number and see and put it? If we move Arlene, could we? I mean, I'd be interested. If maybe I can dial it from here. Can I? Yes, I can.
Yeah, the suggestion on YouTube is it's something to do with the 12-week shielding.
Yeah, I think it might be genuine, Sonia.
Yeah.
We've had a good friend of the show, Emily Jane, say she thinks it's genuine, and I if you could open that other line for me, please, Sam. There is nothing there. Thank you. We'll close that. There is nothing. I think it's genuine. All you've got to do.
Why have they sent me 5 or 6 messages?
Because they don't want you to die. They don't want you to die, Sonia. They want you to live.
Well, I'm worried about you leaving. You said it's not, definitely June. You're not going to be on.
I don't know. My contract runs out in June. Who knows?
That's what's worrying me. Would you believe it? I've got lots of worries that you, 10 o'clock at night, till he goes off, I lay here and I listen to you, because you all are marvellous. I think you're a wonderful, wonderful team.
Yeah. Oh, the team. Okay. Sonia, listen, 2 things. First thing, I'm pretty sure that's legit. We're getting a few people who I trust saying that's legit. In fact, Azzy is saying that she got the same texts, okay? So I think it's legit. Secondly, if it were a scam, scammers are just making up phone numbers and seeing who bites, okay? They do not know your name. They do not know where you live. That is I'm not just saying that to calm you down. I'm saying that as a fact. They do not know your name. They do not know where you live. But I am very confident those texts are genuine from the NHS.
You think so?
Yeah, I do think so.
Then the first one says NHS, the others don't say anything, just talk about it.
Well, that's the first one quite often sets the scene for it. I would suggest that...
what about the same time as well?
Yeah, it was probably it'll be a machine. Yeah, it'll be a machine doing it. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. Sonia, I've got to go because I'm late for ads. Don't panic. 0344 499 1000. We got Dean. We got Arlene. You know what I mean? Jelly Bean. I'm so keen. This is the scene on Talk Radio, man.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app. Many of these businesses
Thank you, everyone.
will need to operate in new ways to ensure that.
Thank you, everyone, for your information there.
Got a project of Jurassic proportions? Then try T-Rex tape. All weather, works longer, holds stronger. And now introducing the new T-Rex waterproof tape. With R-Flex technology, T-Rex tapes, ferociously strong. Feel the strength. Available at Travis Perkins and all good stores. Visit trextape.co.uk to find a retailer near you.
It's time for some truth. Time to settle once and for all that nagging doubt about whether you've been missold. If you've lost money on a stocks and shares ISA or investment bond sold by a bank as a claims management company, Goodwin Barrett could get to the truth and deliver you compensation. You could do all this yourself and refer to the Financial Ombudsman for free, but there are so many other things you may want to do with your time. So text FAST to 78900. That's FAST to 78900. Time for some truth.
With a Now TV Sky Cinema Pass, you can start streaming the best movies around. From brand new blockbusters like Rocketman and The Lion King to all-time favourites, including the Harry Potter collection. Whatever you feel like watching, we've got you covered. All with no contract. To start your 7-day free trial today, search Now TV. 18 plus new customers only. Auto renews at $11.99 per month unless cancelled. Cancel at any time. Terms apply.
Iain Collins, weekday afternoons from 1 on Talk Radio.
Boris Johnson was quite clear. Stay alert. Hands up if you seriously, come on, jokes aside, you don't really know what stay alert means?
Your trusted resource for the latest news, expert advice, and the latest information as events unfold.
Here's a phrase, use common sense.
Iain Collins, weekday afternoons from 1 on Talk Radio. Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
But the phrase "use common sense" was used by Jacob Rees-Mogg to describe the people that died in Grenfell. If they just used common sense, they wouldn't be dead.
Also, he wants all the MPs to go back into the House of Commons as soon as possible to set an example.
No, he doesn't. This is here's my reckoning on that. He knows that will never happen. But if he calls for it, it looks
like he's swimming against the tide.
Exactly.
Right.
He knows that will never happen.
Anyway, the way he lolls about on the benches, no one will be 2 feet from him anyway, will they?
Dean is on the line. Good evening, Dean.
Hello, Iain. Hello, Cass. I hope you're keeping well, both.
What you got for us, Dean?
Can I just say about Sonia's text messages?
Yes.
They are correct.
Oh.
I had them from the NHS as well. I also had a letter from the government saying the exact same thing, and to go on to register to get the food, if you remember.
There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. There you go, Sonia. I've got loads of people who are posting the same messages and stuff. They are legit.
Yeah, they sent them out quite early, actually, to me, but I just say it's exactly the same as what Sonia was saying.
Yeah, good. All right. What you got for us, Dean?
Well, I'm just ringing up to say that I'm in a really good place, and
beautiful.
I know I'm going to be in lockdown for quite a long time because I've got to wait for like a jab or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
An injection.
That's what a jab is. Okay.
But I found a new occupation, if you like. Well, not occupation, but hobby.
Okay.
Thanks to Cass, I looked at her photographs. They're absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
So I'm actually starting doing watercolours.
Oh, watercolour challenge!
Not very good, mine, but it's not very good. But I'm having a go anyway.
Well, that is
So thanks to
fantastic.
Kath, and all your photographs are absolutely beautiful, Kath.
Oh, thank you. Do you know what, though? No one thinks their work is as good as the way other people see it. So you just do it.
I'll post. I've just worked out how to use Twitter.
Oh.
So I've added you both on Twitter.
Oh God.
And as soon as I got anything decent, I'll post it.
Yeah, let's have a look.
As I say, I've only just started, so you know, I'm a bit like Larry and the Stickmen, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got a computer, right?
Yeah.
Well, look on YouTube. There's loads of really great tutorials, watercolour tutorials. Yeah.
All right, I'll have a look.
Really helpful, because otherwise you kind of get stuck in your own little rut, don't you? But this way you can see.
Because I can do a tree, all right.
There's some really good ones, and they'll give you loads of advice and ideas.
You know, the fencing's a bit wobbly. But anyway, I started with landscapes and see how it goes, you know.
Yeah, brilliant.
So hopefully that's really perks me up a bit, you know, having something to do more than my normal stuff, you know.
Yeah, good.
But it was Thanks
That's
to
the
you
important
and your
part.
photograph.
Dean, just do it and don't think about what anyone else will say about it. It's all
Yeah.
it's all experimentation and just
Well, I'll send
spending
you
some.
something once I've always been good at sketching, but I could put that to watercolours, I suppose, with some of the sketches I've done.
Yeah.
And see how that works.
Just have a go.
Thanks very much anyway, Kath. That was absolutely, highlighting for me anyway.
All right, well, great.
And
Thank
as
you
for
very much for letting us know.
Ian, I just can't get enough of your programme. So
I'm not listening.
No, it's not. What are you doing with your fringe there?
I'm doing a top knot. My hair.
He's eating an hobnob.
My hair is long enough.
hobnob,
I can
yeah.
do like a top knot, like a samurai warrior. Hey, I look cool. YouTube.com/Iain Lee. Smash that like button. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I've got a top knot like a samurai.
I've got a couple of very camp friends in Spain, and they've got a Yorkshire Terrier who sports a similar do.
Sorry.
Trendy dog.
I want to join the show on Sunday.
Yes.
But I don't know where to pay.
If you go to iainlee.com/event, the link is there. And you pay. You can't pay on the door if that's what you're asking.
No.
iainlee.com/event. It's listed there. You click on it and then you pay, and then you get emailed a link and you get top secret password. Don't share it with anyone. That's your own private link and private
Thank you very
password.
much.
And you watch the show, and who knows, we may talk to you on the show. Thank you, Dean. 0344 499 1000. I am rocking the top knot. Look at that, man. I'm like a samurai. I'm like one of the little boys in Monkey Magic. I am like three little mates from school, are we? I am like the cool dog that you mentioned earlier on. I am like someone who's going to have... I'm like, what?
It's called Pee-Pee.
Pee-Pee? Pee-Pee? Cool dog, cool name. I'm like someone who's about to have the undercut shaved. I'm like so many things. Let's
You look like an apple.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay.
A hairy one.
Yep, a hairy apple. Isn't that a euphemism for a vag? Let's go to Linda. Good evening, Linda. Sorry to say vag before you came on. I'm so sorry. So sorry, Linda. So sorry. It's just the way it works sometimes. It's just the way it works.
That's all right. I can cope.
Okay.
That's all right.
What can we do for you,
I've
Vag?
got a
I mean,
top
Linda,
knot.
sorry.
I've got a top knot too.
They're cool, aren't they?
They are. They are very cool.
Mine's a little bit loose. I could do with it being a little bit tighter.
Quite far forward.
Yep. Well, yep.
Like what you do to a Pekingese, Linda, if you imagine. A little bow.
Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty.
Very pretty. I'm a very pretty boy.
Very pretty.
Very pretty,
Oh, yeah.
Linda.
Guess what?
You're
Guess
pretty.
what?
I don't know. I was going to say something vulgar, and I won't. I'm
Don't.
growing. I'm
Please
growing.
don't.
No, I won't.
I left the house today. The first time in 8 weeks.
Disease spreader. You COVID tart pushing the
I
COVID-19
have been
virus.
inside.
No, go on, what happened?
I am going to bite. I am going to bite because I've been inside for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm spreading is my love and positivity this evening because I've been outside and I've seen the sea and I've seen pretty flowers. So you can't rain on my parade, I'm afraid.
No. Hey, how did it feel? Did it feel...
Oh, awesome.
Good.
So good. And then I went to Marks and Spencer's and I spent so much money. Oh, my goodness, it's expensive in there,
Isn't it expensive? It's good food, but they're small portions, I think, the old M&S portions.
Yeah, just buy 2.
Yeah, it's nice food, but it's small and it's really pricey.
It is.
Oh.
I came out because my partner didn't come in because it wasn't safe for him, so he stayed in the car.
Yeah.
And I said, when I came out, I said, "Do you love me?"
Oh.
But he knew what I was. He knew.
When you say it wasn't safe for him, is that simply because he just can't stop spending and buying Peppa Pigs or whatever they're called?
No,
Percy Pigs.
Percy Pigs.
No, it's because he's in the shielding group, which is why we haven't left the house for 8 weeks.
Oh, old. Okay, that's what he's told you, Linda. Get the letter. Find the letter from the doctor. Ask him for the letter from the doctor that says it, and then make sure all of the words are spelt correctly. Because I just got a feeling there's a few people doing the. Oh yeah, the doctor says I can't go out, love. We've got to stay in and.
No, he really has. No, he has. does, and we get deliveries, and we get. Well, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's pretty awful.
It's awesome. My husband could die. It's awesome.
Oh, he's not my husband yet. He's not my husband yet.
You've got to marry him quickly, otherwise you don't get the money.
Oh, I know. But also, I learnt a lesson today.
Yeah.
Wearing a mask and glasses is not easy.
Yeah, you stick them up, don't you?
Stay there. Talk to Kath, because I've got to get a couple of things.
What are you doing now? What are you going to put a rubber band round now?
I did want to speak to you, actually, because you remember last time we spoke about weighted blankets?
Oh, yeah.
I've ordered it. So I'm waiting for it to arrive, and my V-shaped pillow will be arriving any day now.
Oh, blimey. I mean, you've only just been allowed to go out, and it sounds like you're nesting.
I am. This is the thing. This is why I think it was important that I did go out today, because I think I was getting a bit too comfortable indoors.
I know exactly what you mean, though. I bought new lampshades. Could you sort of sit in the house for the... It's the longest time I've sat down and not been able to go out.
Kath.
And not be able to do anything. You kind of look around and go, God, that's...
Kath, get on
I've had
YouTube.
that for 20 years. What,
get on YouTube. There's a delay. I know how to make PPE, by the way.
What's PPE?
PPE.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
What kind of PPE?
The good stuff that saves your life. So listen up. You'll know this, Katherine, because you totally get horny for stationery. You know, in ring binders, those plastic little files you can get, the transparent ones, you can slip things.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, I've got some. Stay there. Forget the news. This is the news. I'm going to say
what are you wrapping in that?
Hang on.
This is going to be awful. Please don't try this at home, anyone, because I don't think this is going to be state-sanctioned PPE.
I love stationery as well, though. Stationery is awesome.
Gosh, a new book that's not been written in. Oh, it kills me to write in it. New pens.
Oh, I know. Oh, I bought some really nice... Do you know where I'm missing going the most? Paper Chase. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I love it. It's expensive, but it's just so pretty.
I know, God. I go in there and I buy stickers for my kids, and I think, do I have to give these to them?
I know what you mean. What's he going to get? Do you know, Katherine?
He's going to get a plastic wallet for a ring binder, which I think he's going to stick over his head, and we're supposed to nod and smile and say, well done.
That's not particularly safe, is it?
I haven't got any.
No.
But what you do, so these clear plastic wallets, right? Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then listen. The clear plastic wallets, what you do... I've got them somewhere.
All right, well, we'll imagine one.
Well, what you do is, they've got clips down the side.
Yes.
You put a pair of glasses through the clips. This is true. The glasses on, the plastic comes over your face like a shield, like PPE.
Yeah,
right.
and sticks out the sides.
Yep. So does real PPE.
Okay, go on.
Hang on, isn't PPE the name of that dog? The cool dog we were talking about.
Pee-pee, yeah.
But look what I've got, guys. If you watch on YouTube, I look like the coolest hipster ever. Can you see it? There's a delay.
I'm a bit delayed. I'm waiting for the coolness to begin.
Here it comes up. I look like the cool... I look so cool. I'm going to open a shop that only sells cereal. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Something arrived from China for me. Here we go. Here it comes. Here it comes, guys. Bearing in mind, I've got a top knot, and then Kath, I want you to describe what you see.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Describe.
Remember the other day we were talking about yellow glasses?
Yes.
Yellow tinted glasses. He's got some of them on. Yeah, God, you look like... Well, I'm going to say it.
Oh,
a massive knob.
Yellow glasses.
Hang on. I look like what?
A knob.
This is Talk Radio.
Oh.
Talk Radio.
It's a worrying time for everyone, especially if you're affected by dementia. Now more than ever, you might need some advice or someone to talk to. Dementia Connect from Alzheimer's Society can connect you to the support you need during the coronavirus outbreak. So you're only ever one call away from someone who gets it, one click away from answers, one conversation away from help. If you or anyone you know is affected by dementia, we're here for you. Visit alzheimers.org.uk to find out more. Dementia Connect. Connect from Alzheimer's Society.
A half-price dream holiday, wouldn't want to miss that. A takeaway for free, wouldn't want to miss that. And 30 gigs data for just £10 a month on Smarty Mobile. You definitely don't want to miss that. Our Smarty SIM comes packed with 30 gigs of data and unlimited calls and texts for just £10 a month on a 1-month plan. That's why Smarty won Best Value SIM-only network in the U-Switch Mobile Awards 2020. Don't miss out. Search Smarty Mobile. Smarty. Simple, honest mobile. Smarty.co.uk.
Across the UK, online, on DAB, and on your smart speaker.
We're now asking people to stay alert, control the virus, and save lives.
Talk Radio. Across the UK, online, and on DAB. Talk Radio on the Hour Headlines.
It's midnight, I'm Daryl Jackson. It seems like people in England didn't quite rush back to work in large crowds yesterday. Traffic congestion in major cities was just slightly up. Big train stations reported being only 10% as busy as usual, and Transport for London saw a 7% rise from last week. But unions say photos of packed buses shows the danger of the government encouraging people to go back to work. These rail passengers in Leeds are broadly happy with how their journey planned out this morning.
It's been a little bit busier today, but nowhere near normal levels.
It was okay because we all sit in our own little carriage and we're obviously keeping our distance.
I think everyone's been taking to it really well, especially on the trains. I've seen more people wearing masks, I've seen more people just sort of, social distancing.
Well, the stay-at-home message remains in place for Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Construction sites can now apply to extend their working hours with immediate effect. The aim is to allow the industry to catch up with work that hasn't been able to be carried out. Estate agents have been able to show potential buyers around homes they're hoping to buy in England from today as well. But some opposition politicians say the decision to relax the rules doesn't make sense because people can go on to a viewing. Mick Mason is employed by a cleaning service and says it may seem strange that he can go inside people's homes but relatives can't.
We're here to do a job and it's strictly business, and I know it's frustrating. There's nothing more I'd want to do than go and see members of my family and things like that, but this is a tough time at the minute, and this is just one of those obstacles that we've just got to get past.
Summer schools might open to help some students who've been taught at home for the last few weeks to help them catch up. The Education Secretary says he's looking very closely at those types of schemes. The Chancellor's warning the UK faces the prospect of a significant recession this year. Rishi Sunak says economic figures for the first quarter of 2020 was so bad that a large downturn is now unavoidable.
In common with pretty much every other economy around the world, we're facing severe impact from the coronavirus. You're seeing that in the numbers, and that's why we've taken the unprecedented action that we have to support people's jobs, their incomes, livelihoods at this time.
And Birmingham City Council is going to cut grass in the city's parks in wider than usual strips. It hopes it'll help remind people to stay 2 metres apart. Today's weather then mostly cloudy in Scotland with showers in the far north. Elsewhere dry with sunny spells, but areas of cloud will develop during the day.
Talk Radio. Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Swedish band from the 90s.
German! From the 2000s and 5s to 2008s. Yeah.
And their name was?
Irene.
Oh, Irene, of course. How can I forget?
Do you know the song Goodnight Irene?
No.
Okay. I found a plastic wallet, and I am now wearing my homemade PPP. So you get one of those plastic wallets. You need to be a glasses wearer, and you simply, through the little holes, I'm going to take a picture of this. I won't get trolled for this, will I?
I can see a design. Yes, you will. I can see a design flaw.
I don't think you can. What is the design
But
flaw?
I admire your chutzpah, which
What
I
is
think
the
I can also
design
see
flaw?
from here. Well, the band through which you are threading the arms of your specs.
Yes, sir.
Is right across your eyes.
Right.
So how can you see?
You're right. It's tricky, and I like what you're saying. So you're saying I need to put the glasses behind. Okay, so I do it the other way. Okay. No, I get it. I like. This is what I like. I like things being improved upon. So if I do it the other way round, there we go. PPE. I am safe. Hello. Welcome to our hospital. Welcome to a hospital. I'm a doctor and I'm doing PPE. I'm really happy to meet you. Oh, don't come too close. No, seriously, don't come too close. But we can communicate like this, and we can have a conversazione like this.
Little suggestion.
Yeah.
To cover up your ear holes, because it gets in through holes, doesn't it?
Pardon?
Why don't you thread another hole further down the arm of your glasses, and then you get a wraparound?
Is that the same as a reach around?
Similar, yeah.
Okay.
Thorough.
Okay. Well, listen.
All the spots are covered.
Okay, Katherine. I get it. Sorry, I get it. You're taking the PPE out of me. I get it. That's fine. I would counter with one very, very simple question. What have you done today to make you feel proud?
I've been making masks that have been approved by the Centre for Disease Control.
Oh, approve my dick for the Centre of Dick.
I don't think we could.
Control. Oh, I've got a story about the man with the biggest penis in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And
how's he doing? I haven't seen him for a while.
I'm fine, thanks for asking, Kath.
Oh, no. I thought it was the man who is the biggest penis in the world.
I could say you walked straight into that one, but might not go down too well. And they keep on coming. Even the coming reference was a joke.
God, no. Get away.
Husband wants to name our baby after a cat. No.
Don't believe that. Is that Reddit?
Mrs. Hinch shows just how much dirt is hiding in your hairbrush, and it's so gross.
Well,
Beast of Dartmoor fears after dog walker finds huge clawed paw prints in mud. We should have been doing this at the start. Here we go. Meet the men who claim to have the biggest penises in the world. Oh my God. Oh, God. It's Philip Schofield holding a dildo. And that's not even a joke. That is not... Let me get it up on this computer. It's from this morning, and it's the image I've got is Philip Schofield holding a cutout penis and sticking it onto a dummy. I mean, listen, guys, we know he came out, but he doesn't have to fondle them on television. He's almost literally ramming it down my throat.
Down our throats, yeah. That's what we feared would happen.
Here we go. Meet the men who claim they have the biggest penises in the world. Well, there's you only have the big. There you go. Man with the biggest penis appears. Oh, hang on. Appears on this morning. So let's have a little look. See it. Let's. Hang on a minute. No, that's no good. Hang on.
I think I've seen a picture of one of him. It looks like it's like in a sports sock.
If his name's not King Dong,
then it's
the wrong guy. Hang on. Here we go. Big old Willie coming up for you, Kath.
Most authorities say that the mean length of a flaccid male organ is normally round about 3 to 4 inches.
Is that all?
That's illustrated here by the diagram that I've got by the side of me, and that is the sort of length of a usual.
You'd know, Philip.
Flaccid male penis. Now this is you on the scale.
Right.
So this is the sort of thing that we're talking about. There we go. So that is the difference between the average male and you. And that is flaccid about 9 inches?
Right. It varies with temperature. It goes from 8 to 9.
Of course it does. It's always cold.
Does size matter? Well, for these men, yes, it certainly does. They claim to have the biggest penises in the world, with one man boasting his manhood reaches over 18 inches long. But while some may see them as blessed, they've actually come unstuck thanks to their genitals. One man says his lengthy penis has stopped him pursuing his acting career, as Hollywood directors think it will become a distraction.
What? Why?
Another says he has been left unable to work and should be registered disabled, as he can't move freely or fit into uniforms.
Gosh.
One man was even accused of shoplifting when a store assistant accused him of smuggling goods in his trousers.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one in the news.
So there's one is Jonah Falcon, New York, who says it's thicker than my wrist. Actor Jonah Falcon said his 13.5-inch penis has hampered his career, as film directors are sometimes put off by his manhood fame, but it hasn't stopped him bedding A-listers. Speaking about his famous conquests in the bedroom, Jonah said, "Yeah, I slept with celebrities, including Oscar nominees and Oscar winners, but I can't talk about that."
Well, you already did.
Jonah, who is openly bisexual, said he couldn't reveal whether the celebrities were men or women, but did confirm, it wasn't Meryl Streep. So tick her off the list, Catherine.
That narrows it right down.
Tick her off the list.
So to speak.
The 47-year-old... Well, you'd have to widen it. No, the 47-year-old previously hit headlines when he caused a security alert at a US airport due to a bulge in his trousers. Well, it's more like an armadillo. Speaking previously about his manhood, he said, "It's handicapped my acting because people won't hire me. It sucks."
Well, poor choice.
It relegates me into... Listen to this sentence.
Errol Flynn was a big lad. He did all right.
Listen to this sentence. "It sucks. It relegates me into doing smaller parts." Wow. Maybe in the UK or Germany it might help my acting career, but here in Hollywood it's a negative. When I'm fully erect, I'm 13.5 inches with a 7.5 to 8 inch diameter. It's thicker than my wrist.
Good grief. Maybe you should try going into baseball.
Here we go. Roberto Esquivel Cabrera from Mexico.
This is the fellow with the sports sock. Go.
Oh my God! No. You've seen this picture?
Yeah.
No. Have you seen... Can I send you...
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I'm going to send you this picture just to make sure you've seen this. Hang on a minute, and I'll show it to the boys and girls on YouTube. So if you've got kids on YouTube, they shouldn't really be on YouTube, so shame on you for doing it. I've got to say, I don't feel depressed.
Will he not breach the TOS?
Can I just say that since wearing these glasses, the show has been more upbeat and more penis-oriented?
Okay, I've got a message. What could this be?
You might have to take it over 2 pictures.
Right, yeah. Looks like, do you know when they sort of bind horses' legs? That's what it looks like.
This gentleman, Roberto, says...
I don't believe it. That looks like a bag of onions.
No, I don't believe that. He's used a pump. Says the sheer size of his 18.9 inch manhood prevents him from working and is pleaded to be registered as disabled. He claims that firstly he is unable to kneel down. Well, I can't kneel down, but that's because I've got a problem with bending my big toe back. Nothing to do with this. Secondly, can't wear a uniform. But while he got funding as a result of his disability, the money is not enough, and he has in the past relied on food banks. Dearie me. I cannot run fast, and so companies think badly of me. They say they will call me, but they never do. There he is, sat down. The government, every 4 months, they give me some economic assistance, but it's not enough. Women are too scared to have sex with him. I'm happy with my penis. Wow. I know nobody says this. And Steve Whitehair, here we go. Here we go, Brit. We got a Brit at last. Forget the Yanks. Forget the Mexicans. We got a Brit. Although he doesn't claim to have a record-breaking penis, Steve Whitehurst was accused of shoplifting last year after suspicious staff spotted a larger-than-usual bulge in his trousers. The unsuspecting 47-year-old and his girlfriend, Mandy Shenton, were about to pay for £400 worth of clothes at Scott's Menswear in Stoke-on-Trent when the drama unfolded. As they were waiting, a female manager made a stinging allegation, accusing the man of stuffing clothes down the front of what he later admitted were very tight trousers. As Ms. Shenton's 18-month-old granddaughter watched on, the probing employee pointed at the man's area. The man's area. The man's area. This will be a feature on Radio 4 Extra. You're now entering the man's area. In a bid to clear his name, the shopper dropped his trousers to the floor to prove his innocence. I can't help the way I'm made, the window fitter told The Sun in 2019. I just kept telling her it was my penis. Despite presenting his boxer-clad lower half to the manager, he was not yet free of suspicion. What's that bulge? The woman asked, gesturing to his heftily proportioned private area. He added to Stoke-on-Trent Live,
his what now? His private area.
Heftily proportioned. I thought it was a joke at first. I was gobsmacked. Well, not as good. Anyway, they kept pointing at my crotch and I replied, "Excuse me, that's my penis." I said to them, "What do I have to do to prove I'm innocent?" 3 women members of staff said they had to take me to the office and try it out themselves to find out.
No.
They wouldn't let it go. So I felt I had no choice but to pull my trousers down. I told them, "Look, I got nothing to hide," but they still kept accusing me. A lot of people think it's funny. I don't think it's a laughing matter. I can't believe I got my manhood out and they still don't believe me. And that's the end.
That's very suspicious.
Of the story.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that. That sounded like one of them pawns. Oh, blimey, what a world. What's a world?
Oh, we should take a break to talk radio, isn't it?
Talk radio.
Helen is dreaming of fighting a flock of 40-foot flamingos. But in reality, she's helping fight COVID-19 in her sleep. Like thousands of others, she's joined the Dream Team. By using the Dream Lab app, they're helping scientists speed up the search for potential treatments. I'll fight you. Keep fighting, Helen. Search Vodafone Dream Lab and join the Dream Team tonight.
Dream Lab app is owned by Vodafone Foundation, an independent charity. Registration number 1089625. Full terms at vodafone.co.uk/dreamlab.
Got a project of Jurassic proportions? Then try T-Rex tape. All weather, works longer, holds stronger. And now introducing the new T-Rex waterproof tape. With R-Flex technology, T-Rex tapes, ferociously strong. Feel the strength. Available at Selco and all good stores, or visit trextape.co.uk to find a retailer near you.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Yeah, hello, welcome. You're listening to Late Night Lovin'. I'm Iain Lee. Who's this horny lady?
Oh my God.
What's your name, love? What's your name, love? Let me tickle it out of you. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. It's Katherine Boyle and we love her. We absolutely love her. Absolutely love her. Not in that way. Don't be so daft. Tonight on Late Night Love, we're taking your phone calls. 0344 499 1000. What gets you excited in the bedroom? Have you ever used food on a ding-dang? And what's in your bedside cabinet, mother? Give us a call now and we'll find out exactly what's going on in the love lives of Great Britain and maybe from all over the world. Let's go to Barry from Watford. Good evening, Barry. What's in your bedside table, Barry? Hello, Barry. We're talking sex because there's nothing to be ashamed of. There is nothing to be ashamed of. What is in your bedside table, Barry? What have you got in there?
I've got my eye drops.
Oh.
I've got my coat.
Oh.
I've got something nice, a bit of grease to put on my hair.
Lovely.
And a massive tub of blues. But I tell you what, tonight it's been very up-tempo, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Very, very sexy.
Very
All the
sexy.
talk, even from Katherine, penis on your lips, my love, was very lovely tonight, listening to that.
Barry, we've all got lockdown love on our mind, and I don't mean bondage, although I'm open to suggestions. We're all feeling a little bit randy. You're living with your partner of... How long have you and Margaret been married?
63 years.
Wowzers. And has she ever been with another man in that time?
Well, you know about Mr. Prakash from the Halifax.
I do.
They went off together. They went to Wimpy Bar. She tucked into his king size. He had a lick of her brown derby. But the point was, we got back together. And it's staying power. And we keep the spice, how can I put it? The spice in the marriage very much alive.
Your spice rack.
3 years, though.
Your spice rack.
You're going to make it to 69?
No, I don't. I'm not so keen on that one. But the point is...
It's gone out of fashion. It's gone out of fashion.
Has it?
69 has gone out of fashion, and I do not know why. It's a classic.
Well, it's a meal for two with a terrible view, but the thing is, it does keep things going. Now, look, okay, as you get together, as you go down the marital road,
yes,
okay, there may be some turnings off. You might want to go down the avenue called infidelity.
Yes.
You might feel you're heading for a cul-de-sac.
Oh.
But we are very much on a dual carriageway, my friend.
Does that mean two women at once?
Yeah, well, no.
Oh.
I mean, I was using it as a sort of simile for the love, the strength of our love, rather than...
All joking to one side. We're having a laugh and we're being a little bit filthy and a little bit
we are.
rude. And that's
Yes,
fine.
yes.
Obviously, sex is wrong and it's sinful and it's disgusting and it's there to make babies.
It's a grey area that we don't want to get into.
Okay, exactly. But you have been with Margaret for a long, long time. Over 60 years is amazing.
God.
I just wondered, what are your tips, Barry, for a long and successful marriage? Maybe not marriage, because that's gone out of fashion a bit, living together. A long relationship.
Okay.
Yep.
My tip is... Well, it's rather worn, but what I would say about my tip is really you've got to keep it, just keep it fresh.
Yes.
Try things, experiment. Remember Sting? He done tantric sex.
I do remember seeing, yes, he did tantric sex in the police, didn't he?
He done tantric sex in the police.
I think he's still doing it now. I don't think he's finished.
I think he started off at about 1983. He gets himself to the limit, and then I think that's what it is. It's all about delaying the gratification, you see. So we have done a little bit of tantric sex.
Oh.
To be honest, Car Booty came on, and we stopped that and turned that off. Very much like that.
Very, very good show.
Very good show. But, basically just don't give up. Try something new. Don't be afraid to say what you like. I like cheese on toast. Instead sometimes of...
Is that a move?
All right. No. It's literally cheese on toast. Not euphemism for anything.
Nope.
But, but that's what I suggest. But, you talk about big penises.
I don't talk about them that often, but yes, I know what you mean.
All the time.
Yes.
Mine's, it's a grower, not a shower.
Okay. Have you watched that genuine question? Because I don't want to... Okay, we're still talking about your penis, and I'm trying to move away from it.
What I'm saying is it's smaller than it gets bigger.
I don't want to get stuck on your penis.
All I'm saying is it's not one of the big ones. It's just imagine a small one.
Okay, you've got a tiny penis. That's great news.
Yeah,
Please, can we stop talking about your old man's dick?
I'm giving you a picture of it.
I don't. If you gave me a picture of it, I would rip it up. I don't want a picture of it.
Well, I'll have that one back and all.
All right, then.
I bet it looks like one of them naked mole rats.
Yeah, it's a small one. It's a small one.
Whack-a-mole. Have you seen that? Well, you've seen television change over the years.
It's not inordinately small, but it's not huge.
No, okay. Well, please, I'm really going to have to ask you to just stop. Leave your penis alone. Leave your penis alone.
Okay, brush that to one side.
Oh, look, it's come back. You've seen television change over the decades, and
Yes, I
it's
have.
gone from being very straight-laced, very prudish. Now you get programs. I
Yes.
don't know if you've seen this program, Naked Attraction. Have you seen that?
I have seen it. I've got the box set in a leather-bound case.
There's a few box sets in there, aren't there? Yes.
Yeah, there are.
Do you? I
Right.
mean, do you that kind of stuff? Do you sniff at that, or did you find that despite you sat in front of the TV flicking away? What do you make of those kind of shows?
Margaret has, when that comes on, one day she had that on one side and a very raunchy thing on the other. She was flicking away.
Literally just did that joke.
I said you're going to have to, that little button. I said you're going to have to stop
Okay.
wear
All
that
right.
thing.
Okay.
yeah?
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And it's held
Okay.
together with this
Lovely.
facility.
Okie dokie. Well, Barry, it's been lovely talking to you. I know you were champing at the bit yesterday to come on. I don't know how you got my mobile phone number. I got a furious text.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, let me read it. I've got a text. I'm going to ask you to delete my number. I got a text.
Oh.
Let me read this. Hang on, Barry from Watford.
You owe me, mate. What do you mean delete your text?
Here we go.
Delete your number.
Are you
Could
on
delete my
tonight?
number as well? Because I think that the pictures you're sending me should really go to some sort of medical professional.
Well, as I said, average.
Are you on tonight, you lanky streak of piss?
Yes.
I demand to come on and keep the nation's spirits up. Are you
Spirits up,
are
yes.
you off? You didn't tell me you were off.
You were
then
off.
then the next tweet, the next text was 5 minutes later. You effing lanky twit. Reply.
Yes.
Then the next one was, I'm gonna smash your doodles up your butt.
But, yes.
But. Then another one. Then it's just like. Then there were 5 in a row. Die. And then the last one was. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so unhappy.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
what was that all about?
Right. Well, I'd overdone it on the rosé.
Okay.
And you know what I'm like when I've had a little bit of Zinfandel?
Yes.
I can go a little bit punchy.
Yeah.
I apologise. I do think you're excellent.
Thank you.
And I just wanted you on instead of Howard Hughes. And I missed you, mate. That was
Okay.
just
All right. Well, that's okay. Just next time, don't text
Just
me.
write that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just write that. Just write that.
Yeah.
Just write that.
Okay.
Just write that.
Just like that.
Just write that.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. This is me winding up now.
Okay, well, we'll step back and allow you to wind up. I'm stepping back. I'm leaning back from the microphone as Barry enters his wind-up phase.
Okay, so, gentlemen, I hope you've got your spirits up. I think you'll agree the show has been a bit more up-tempo and a bit more jolly tonight.
Okay.
And as I say, I've been
Very
nearly
long
finished
wind-up.
Yeah, nearly done now.
Quickly.
Let's just finish this bit. No, and here we go. And the last bit is I'm just off to bed now.
Yeah, it's goodbye.
And I'm gonna go to bed. Nearly finished now.
Okay, hurry up.
Go now and have a lovely bit of a cuddle with my wife.
Thank you.
Night.
Good night.
Night, Barry.
It's the dual carriageway, my friends, tonight. The dual carriageway.
I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does. Thank you very much, Barry. Going to Birmingham and coming back. Goodbye, Barry. Please go away. Let's go to Tony. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, Ian and Katherine. Nice to hear you both back.
Thank you, Tony. What can we do for you on this holy, I think it's Wednesday.
It's Tony from South Wales. Last time I told you about a film and you said if it wasn't any good, you were going to hunt me down and kill me. I just wondered if you had watched it.
No.
Different voice.
Mr. Lee don't live here no more.
Hello?
Mr. Lee, no, you got wrong number. Mr. Lee don't live here no more.
I've missed you both.
Mr. Lee don't live here no more.
Have you watched it yet?
No, who you want to speak?
I was wanting to speak to Ian and Katherine.
No, wrong number, mate. You got wrong number, mate.
It's Tony from South Wales.
No, you got... Oh, Tony, you got wrong number, mate.
Not too bad. You're not doing a bad impression.
It's not bad, Tony. You got wrong number, mate. Go. I didn't watch the film, Tony. I didn't watch the film.
You haven't watched it yet, have you?
No. What was it? The Oneidin line?
Night Hunter.
No, I didn't.
Night Pumper?
You still haven't had a chance to watch it?
No.
Well, if you get a chance, still try and watch it.
Yes.
You will enjoy.
All right. I will see. Let me see. If I haven't got my kids tomorrow, it's a little bit up in the air. If I haven't got my kids tomorrow, then I might watch it tomorrow, okay? Catherine will remind me, won't you, Catherine?
Nope.
Okay. Tony?
Is there any chance you could say hello to my daughter, Iain?
That's a strange name, but okay. Tony's daughter, Iain, if you're listening. Hello. But thank you, Tony. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I'm kind of assuming you've got her phone number. Let's go to Daniel.
You can't see with those things on. Take them off.
I can see plenty. Oh, Daniel, hang on a second.
Hello?
I want to go to. Hang on. Let me go to Jack first. Good evening, Jack.
Hello.
Sounds like Daniel. Okay, yes, Jack.
Hello, what are you saying, lad?
Jack, say hello to my friend Daniel.
Well, go on. Hello? Well, go on, what you saying?
Have we actually got Jack and Danny on the phone?
Jack, say hello to Danny. Danny, say hello to Jack.
Hello, Jack. Nice to meet you. Yo, what you saying, bruv?
Yeah, I'm calling from Clapham.
What you say?
In Lambeth.
London.
Oh, Jack, you couldn't even keep the accent going for 30 seconds, mate.
What accent? What you mean?
Yeah, well, you're not doing the same voice that you started the phone call with, buddy.
Yes, I am, man.
No, you're not, man.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Listen, lad. Yes, I am.
Hover over that dumb button, Sam. Listen, sunshine. No, you're not.
Nah, I ain't gonna swear. Trust, I listened to your radio in it a couple of times.
Couple of times, big guy, huh? I challenge you to a fight to the death.
Hello?
Stay out of this, Daniel. I don't want you to get blood on your hands. Jack, I challenge you to a fight to the death.
Challenge me to fight?
To the death.
Yeah, you sound like London or something.
Do you accept, or are you too cowardly to accept it?
Come to my bits. I'll show you in it.
Okay. Could you speak into the phone so we can hear the words?
Hello.
Okay. Jack, what can we do for you tonight? Call an ambulance? Phone your mum? Get her to pick you up?
I'm old enough. I'm 32, lad.
Ah! You sound about 15, sunshine! You sound about 15! My God! What year were you born?
Ask your mum that question.
What year were you born?
Ask your mum.
He's not 32! He's doing a fake age, and he thought 32 sounded grown up. Oh, Jack. Oh, Jack. Jack, you start the phone call. Jack, I got a few points to make. You started the phone call with one voice, and then you dropped that pretty quickly. You're giving a made-up age, and you don't talk into the phone. Someone tells me you're a bit of a jerk.
What are you saying about me?
I said if you bent over 90 degrees.
Thank you very much, Jack. Dump that.
Really?
Bye-bye, little boy. Bye-bye, little boy. Dump that. Sorry, dear listener on YouTube. You heard a little boy. You heard a little 14-year-old boy. Keep him on the line, though. Don't cut him off. You heard a little 14-year-old boy just have a little fantasy there because he was speaking to an actual woman for possibly the first time in his life that wasn't mum.
And I laughed at him.
And also, he
get
doesn't.
used to that.
He doesn't know you, Kath. You can't bend over anymore. You're old and knackered. What on earth is he talking about? Silly little boy.
I would terrify him.
Let's go. Apologies to the people on YouTube who heard some vulgar language there. Let's go. You terrified me. Let's go to Daniel. Good evening, Daniel.
Hello, good evening.
Could you speak into the phone, please, Daniel?
Yeah, I can call you from the landline. It's Mr.
Thank you very much. Call us from the landline. Thank you. Let's go to flipping it. Let's go to Nigel. Good evening, Nigel.
Good evening, Iain.
Nigel, what have you got for us? We're keeping it pacey tonight.
Could you help me out with some problems on the internet? You may know what to do.
Not really.
On Facebook, it's got cookies at the top, which I've had before.
Yeah, I don't know about cookies. I don't know about
I
cookies.
can't get my replies.
Okay, I don't know anything about cookies, Nigel. I'm afraid can't help you with that.
They sometimes go away the next day, but I don't want to fiddle with it. But I'm getting some.
I think the problem is that you are
me.
fiddling with it too much. That might be the issue.
And I can't send photos. Also on YouTube, you know the piece that says send the videos from YouTube to Facebook or whatever.
Yes.
That's not on YouTube either.
Okay, I've just remembered there's.
Could it be the transmitter's down or something a bit?
Yeah, it could be. I've just remembered there's a Mr. Show, Bob Odenkirk and David Cross show happening.
Yeah.
At 1 a.m. and I'm going to go to bed because I don't know if the boys are coming early tomorrow morning.
So there's problems with the internet service.
I've got absolutely no idea, Nigel. I'm just a man with a man's courage.
I hope because that means that I can only look at the pictures, and I can't reply to anybody or anything like that. You know.
Okay, I can't help you, I'm afraid, mate. Sorry.
I don't suppose I'm the only one. It's probably
I don't know.
the internet.
Anything else, Nigel?
Yeah. About that song, have you remixed it yet?
No, I'm not going to. What song?
The one that you was going to the coronavirus song that's being remixed.
Oh no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Dan's doing it, and I don't know when it's happening, so I can't help you with that either. I'm afraid.
He's definitely doing it.
I don't know. He said he was, but he might be busy.
Well, you told me he was doing it.
Okay, I might, Nigel. Nigel, I might
Mm.
have got it wrong. He told me he was doing it, but I know he's really busy.
Yeah.
So let's assume
it
it's.
doesn't matter, but it's good if he could do it.
Let's assume it's not going to happen, and if it does, it'll be a nice surprise.
It was, but obviously people already heard it. But it'd be better with a beat, wouldn't it?
It would be better with a beat. Nigel, is there anything we can do? Because I'm going to move on.
Ian?
Yeah, what?
Have you had a couple of good days off?
Yep,
you
great.
Off for a couple
Yep,
of days.
really couple of good days. Nigel, I'm going to move on unless there's anything else you feel compelled by the spirit to say.
I'll call you another night.
Thank you very much, Nigel. 0344 499 1000. Daniel's back on the old LL landline. It may be one word, I'm not 100% sure, so it could just be L. Good evening, Daniel.
Good evening. So the thing is, I would like to have a code name like Rainbow George S. Like I would like to have
Okay, how about Dickhead Daniel?
No, Dotty Daniel.
Dutty Daniel.
Dotty.
Dirty, like dirty Diana.
Dirty. D-O-T-T-Y.
Okay. Sam, can you change it to Dirty Daniel on the phone system, please? If you can just change his name to Dirty, D-I-R-T-Y, Daniel. There you go. You'll forever be known as Dirty Daniel.
Can it be Murky instead of Dirty? Murky.
Murky. M-I-L-K-Y. Milky. Can you change it to Milky Daniel, please, Sam? M-I-L-K-Y. Milky Daniel, if you wouldn't mind, Sam. Thank you so much. It's appreciated.
Yeah.
He's doing it now. There you go. So from now on, you're going to be Milky Daniel, as in too much milk.
Okay, I like it.
Milky Daniel.
The thing is, I now have a website.
Is it milkydaniel.com?
No, it's cubicpostcode.com.
Okay, you're still going with that stuff, are you?
Cubicpostcode.com. It's all together, just cubicpostcode.com.
All one word?
No.
Yeah, just
Is
one
it all
word.
lowercase? Any capitals?
Doesn't matter. Email and address doesn't matter.
Okay, and what and what is on that website?
So it's my explanation of the geolocation system with cubes.
Cubicpostcode.com by Daniel Alexandra, B-E-N-G, Honours. International postcode system using cubic meters, addressing the whole world with a simple way to tell a location. But this has been invented by someone else.
No, the idea is different. The three words is not volumetric. It doesn't encompass the whole planet. And it's proprietary. This is an open protocol.
Gosh, this is the ramblings of an insane person. This is a proposal for a geolocation system that was first discussed on the web in a public forum and is herein explained. A matrix grid of cubes with an edge of 21 million metres is centred on the centre of mass of Earth and oriented along its imaginary axis north-south, with Greenwich Prime Meridian along the middle of the front.
Ian, We've heard this about 6 times. Why are you reading it out again?
It is a matrix of... Now, this is a long number, 9261000000, a lot of zeros. The number 21 million, interestingly, is the limit of bitcoins that the Bitcoin network will ever have in circulation. Interestingly, 21 million cubed has 22 digits. Why is that interesting?
Because it's elegant and it's compact, it's universal. It's just like a phone number, and it's very simple to tell a location.
Okay, well, your website, I found a game-breaking bug. If you click on the Twitter link at the bottom, or the Facebook link at the bottom, or the Instagram link at the bottom,
I know.
or the email link at the bottom, it doesn't take you anywhere.
I know, because I didn't create yet the account. It's under construction, but it's a feature I will add in the future.
Okay.
Can I say another thing?
Only because we've got another calls and we're coming towards the end of the show, and I'm not that bothered. So yeah.
So one of these days, the guy that created the music for BBC News channel, this
Sing it again.
He came on TV and explained how he came up with this music. Was very interesting, and I was thinking it would be nice also to meet on TV the lady that does the voice of the bus in London, because every bus has
Mind
this
the Gap. That's trains, isn't it?
Yeah, no, not Mind the Gap. The one that says the locations when you are inside the
Highgate
bus.
Station.
When you go inside a bus.
Next stop is Tottenham Court Road.
Yeah. Who is the lady that does that voice? I would like to see her on Jonathan Ross or something.
I would like to see the lady who does.
Graham Norton.
Okay. You want her on Graham Norton? All right, Milky. Thank you.
Thank you.
0344 499 1000. That was Milky Daniel there. This is Talk Radio.
Online and on the Talk Radio app.
Staying alert for the vast majority of people still means staying at home as much as possible.
Talk Radio.
It's time for some truth. Time to settle once and for all that nagging doubt about whether you've been missold. If you've lost money on a stocks and shares ISA or investment bond sold by a bank as a claims management company, Goodwin Barrett could get to the truth and deliver you compensation. You could do all this yourself and refer to the Financial Ombudsman for free, but there are so many other things you may want to do with your time. So text FAST to 78900. That's FAST to 78900. Time for some truth.
Save £202 with the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G from Vodafone. And claim a free Galaxy Watch Active worth £199. Whether you're checking in on mum or smashing quiz night. Do it all with unlimited data from the UK's best mobile data network. Keeping the UK connected. Ready? Vodafone.
Interesting to see the people that don't come into the chat.
Apply to unlimited plans. 5G speed only on unlimited max. Contracts apply. Ends 26th of May. 24-month plans only. For terms and award verification, see vodafone.co.uk.
Across the UK, online, on DAB, and on your smart speaker. Drive with Dan Wootton on Talk Radio.
This situation isn't simple. It requires a degree of nuance, which we can understand and we can accept.
Breaking news, big guests, and live debate across the UK.
Why are they now introducing quarantine to passengers arriving at the airports when this should have been done weeks ago?
Drive with Dan Wootton, Monday to Thursday afternoons from 4 on Talk Radio. Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
The fun facts you get on Twitter, Katherine. I've just read a fun fact on Twitter. Would you like to hear it?
Always.
The World Health Organization warns the coronavirus may never go away. Fun facts on Twitter. 0344 499 1000. This call is going to last about 8 seconds. Good evening, Liam.
Good evening, Ian. I will try to be 8 seconds as best I can. I don't want to end the show on a
Then don't. Then don't.
Should I try and put a positive spin on it? I don't know if I can.
Well, what is it?
Well, I'm a teacher. I'm currently working from home and occasionally going into school. And I've got huge concerns about this potential opening on June the 1st. I've got concerns about the children that I teach. I've got concerns with my colleagues. And to be frank, I've got concerns about my own children.
But June the 1st isn't a definite date. June the 1st isn't a definite date.
No, it's not. No, it's not, and that's kind of that is.
It
the
won't. It
positive
won't happen
spin,
on
and
June the 1st. It won't happen on June. But schools are open. Schools are open now.
Yeah, they are. That's right. But my concern is that at the moment, the school that I work at the moment has got nearly 3,000 students in it, and we've got about 5 students in every day. And yes, it'll be a staggered approach, but I think that there could well be more students back into school on June the 1st. I hope there's not, but it worries me.
Yeah, I think it's insane.
And the idea that this is what the kind of first confirmed the case for maybe early January, possibly December, if I remember rightly. We're kind of ignorant of it, and we don't know a great deal about it. And yes, we seem to know that perhaps younger people don't transmit it to one another quite as readily as older people do, or those with existing health conditions.
We know, right? We know. Listen, we know all this stuff, Liam. We know all this stuff. It's crazy. I was in a discussion today about sending kids to school, and I thought it was a ridiculous idea. I don't know what to say, man. This is your Prime Minister doesn't care about you. I do, and I think it's awful, and I think it's terrible, and I just don't know. I think most kids won't go back until September. Even then, I think September's too early. But you can't carry on like this forever. But also, how do you get 8, 12, 15-year-olds to socially isolate, socially distance? You can't.
Yeah, it's impossible.
You can't do it.
The other thing I was going to say, right? If we do go back to normal, inverted commas, with regard to school in September, the work that kids have missed so far, it's not insurmountable.
No.
There's, kids catch up, and to be frank with you, as they get older and as they get into year 11, they catch up pretty quickly.
New normal?
The work that they've missed out on, what's that, sorry?
New normal?
It's a posh woman saying new normal.
New normal?
Oh, sorry, Kath, sorry, yeah.
It's not Kath, she's common as muck. I think the kids are being set too much work now to do at home, because you're right, they'll pick them up, particularly the younger ones. The amount of work my 8-year-old's got is insane.
Yeah.
And I'm being very relaxed about it, because they'll pick it up. Older kids that are getting ready for exams, I get that. That's a tough one.
Liam, but I'm sorry to interrupt, but even older kids, even those who are in year 10 now, who will be going into year 11, and those in kind of sixth form courses, kids catch up quickly. They really do. When you get to that, it's usually when you get to the Christmas in the final year, when often kids in year 11 really start to work hard, and the progress they make from Christmas to the start of their exams can often double where they were previously, if not more. It's not insurmountable what the young people will miss. It really isn't. And I think for the sake of a couple of weeks, potentially 3, 4, 5 weeks before the summer holidays anyway, that just seems madness to me. And I know you agree.
I do agree. And I have no words of comfort.
Being honest about it.
I have no words of comfort to offer you. I think you're lambs to the slaughter. Okay, hang on. Maybe the kids are the lambs to the slaughter, and you're mutton. But either way,
it's been called that before. Yeah.
And of course, kids have to go back to school because parents have to work, and it's all of there's so many things. But I do not see, and we have not, by our ridiculous idiot of a prime minister, we have not had one description of how they're going to make schools work. You're going to stagger it. No, okay, stagger it. Fine. So you have the youngest and the eldest going in, right? Well, that means you can have 15 kids in a classroom, maybe, although that brings its own problems. But then what do you do when the other kids come in? There isn't. Schools are crowded. If you've ever been in a school, as you have, because you work there, but if you go into school, they're crowded. They're more crowded than they were when I was at school 30 years ago. They're crowded. There's no room. So I don't know how you stagger it. I don't know how you make it work. I've always been a fan of the majority of teachers anyway, even when it was fashionable to knock teachers. And now you got now. Oh no! Hang on a minute. I'm being stupid, Liam. I know exactly what you have to do. Stay alert.
Of course, you've got to wash your hands, haven't you, as well?
Stay alert.
Open a window.
Can you not have, as the teacher, can you not have, when The Who did a tour in 1989 and Pete Townsend was deaf, He had a soundproofed, clear plastic booth built for him that he would play most of the concert in. Could you not have a soundproof, clear plastic booth built around you?
Well, we could. The other thing we could, of course, do as well is we could maybe get some estate agents in to wipe all the door handles as we go around the school. That could work.
That might be the way forward, Liam. That might be the way forward. I wish you luck, man. I wish you luck. Stay safe. How old are the kids that you teach?
11 to 18, secondary school.
Ah, man. We're entering. We are. I don't think we're in one weird world, but we are about to enter slowly over the next 6 months. We're about to enter a very strange, alien world that will become normal to us. These things become normal quite quick. Lockdown is now normal, right? But we are about to enter a very strange world, and I got it easy. I can broadcast from home as long as I need to, but that doesn't stop me being concerned, and nor should it stop me being concerned about you, about those poor souls that were coming out of those crammed buses today, about everybody. It's about our estate agent friend. I wish you luck, man. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, and thank you so much, and bless you. And you two both stay safe, and might speak again one day.
Thank you, mate. You let us know how it goes. Thank you, Liam.
Cheers, mate.
344-499-1000. I'm sorry, we're a little bit cautious there because I thought it might be a wind-up after the previous guy. I've got no words because I don't know what the answer is, but I'm allowed to say I think the current solutions are pony, but I don't have a better answer. My kids aren't going back until September, right? But then I'm thinking, well, what's going to change in September? What? So what's different then? It's terrifying. Be a teacher. Who'd have thought it? I mean, who'd have thought it? Let's go to James. Good evening, James.
Hi, mate. My friend sent me a link, so I just thought I'd click on it, and I came to your website, and I've heard some right characters. The last guy was quite sensible, but the guy with the website, I ain't got a clue what he was on about.
Ah, well, never mind. Thanks for your call, James. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to Louise. Good evening, Louise.
Oh, hello. Thank you ever so much for accepting my call. I'm a first-time caller.
Okay.
Just wanted to say, I had a few wines actually tonight, but my son went to go and stay with his dad this week, and I'm a little bit annoyed because he let him go on the train to the town centre to meet his friend and then come back, and I'm just like, should I be furious or not?
How old is the boy?
He's 15.
Well, try not to be furious, because that isn't going to help. That doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your boy. It doesn't help anything. Did the boy go on his own?
Well, he went on his own, but I think he met a friend down in this town centre, which is all enclosed, apart from because they've got a big supermarket there, which is obviously the whole town centre inside, within Luton, is open.
Oh, okay. I know it well. Me and Kath worked there for years. Kath knows it better than me, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm from, actually.
So
Luton,
he went to the shopping centre in Luton?
Yeah, he did, yeah. So as far as I know, and he said, when I called him, he said, I'm on my way home on the train. And I thought, well, you know.
We are being told not to use public transport unless we really have to, like key workers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I would be unhappy about my boys using trains right now. But I'm also aware that 15-year-old boys are dynamic forces that are hard. They're hard to control and they're hard to explain this stuff to. Who do you? But I wonder, Luz, and we're going to run out of time. I wonder if you're blaming your ex for this or his dad, because there's something. There's just because he irritates you in some way, and this is a nice, tangible thing you can get angry with him for.
Yeah, probably, but then, I mean, he doesn't see his dad a lot, but I'd never, ever say that he can't see his dad,
No,
you know, I do my best, I meet him halfway, you know, on the motorway, I live down in Devon now, but I'm just like, I meet him halfway, but, you know, I'd gladly let him see his dad.
Who told you he was on the train, the dad or the boy?
Oh, my son did. Yeah, I said, "Where are you?" He says, "I'm just on the train back."
Do you speak to the dad? Can you speak to him?
I do, yes. And I texted him tonight, and I said, "Did you know about this?" He read my text, but he never responded.
This is the problem. This is the problem with
Yeah.
texts. This is why I'm such a big fan. I hate conversations like this about kids and stuff
Yeah.
on text and WhatsApp, because it's just
I do,
it's
yeah.
got you just because who knows, maybe he read the text and then he saw, extreme example, he saw an old woman fall over on the street and went to save her, or maybe he chose to ignore the text. You just don't know what is going on, and so we make up our own story where, as Kath says, we're the hero. Louise, I would suggest phone him. I have to go because we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for accepting my call. I really appreciate it.
I'm sorry it's so brief. Give us a call earlier. We're on every weeknight from 10 o'clock. Daryl Morris is coming to you live from Salford Quay Docks in Media City, just outside of Manchester. It actually is Manchester, but if you say it's Manchester...
No, it's not. It's in the city of Salford.
I could walk from there. Salford, that's not a city. I could walk from there to Manchester because it's in Manchester.
Whoa.
Don't.
Watch your tone, Lee.
Oh, here we go. This whole imperialist, you goddamn
Watch
London piece.
yourself.
Shut your face.
This is Salford.
Shut your face.
Get in the bin.
Shut
Get
your
in the
face,
bin.
Morris.
Hello.
Yep. What you got?
Your tweet made me cry a little earlier.
Oh, the one with me with a ponytail and yellow glasses.
Yes, that for different reasons.
It's
that
a
made
good
me
lick.
cry.
Good lick. Oh, you mean the one about seeing my mum?
Oh, your mum.
It's beautiful.
Look at her there in a chair.
It's beautiful. We had a lovely, lovely chat. We both had the time of our lives.
I bet you did. God love her.
Yeah.
God love her.
Well, because you've been wanging on about my mum, I think you have ulterior motives. We're out of time.
Okay.
Give us one thing that's coming up.
Say that again. I missed that. You dropped out then.
Jesus Christ, this is amateurs.
That's not good news.
One
We've got
thing that's
4
coming
hours of
up.
this stuff to get through.
5 seconds. Just say one thing.
One thing that's coming up. We're going to talk about. Handwriting.
Talk radio.
Talk radio.
Thank you, Sam.
1, 2, 3, that's
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate.
music. Ooh, ow.
Whilst you teach the little ones a musical instrument, whoa, you should have heard.
There we go. Now, what is this Mr. Show thing, which I bought a ticket for, but I really ought to go to bed. Starts within an hour. Zoomtacular annual business call. But how do I join it? How do I join it? Oh, maybe I got an email about it. Let me see if I got an email. Mr. Show. Your show's starting soon. Just return to the place where you bought your tickets and log in using the same information you used to buy your tickets. What? This looks complicated. Have a ticket, see the show here. Here we go. Oh, maybe it's not live yet. I really want to see it, but I might have the boys coming at 8 tomorrow, so... Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, something's happening. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where'd it go? Here we go. Let's see what happens. Night, Naomi. Good night, Dot Lucas. Good night, Stupot, Paul, Mike, Harvey. I want to get into this. I I want to see this. If I knew if my kids were coming tomorrow or not, I could know whether to stick around for this show. I might go and watch it in bed. Thanks, Izzy. Thanks, the dove from above. House seats. You're already at the show. Here we go. Here we go. What's happening? Right, you can't look at that. Kath, I paid to see a show. It's Mr. Show. Are there new Rajars? There might be new Rajars. Are there new Rajars? Right, let me tidy up. Let me go for a pee. Let me tidy up, and then we'll see if this is happening or not. Hello, Mucky. Hello, Mux. I made the mistake of leaving this open. Look, you've been through the food. Oh, you outrageous cat. Oh. No, you're not going out, darling. Not this time, no. No one's going out. No one's going out at this time of night. You're crazy. Let's tidy up. Talk radio's up. Oh, send the email, Kath. Why would anyone tell me? Oh, shit. Oh. Well, this is going to start at past, isn't it? Which is too late. Doesn't say anything, does it, Kath? Could watch it in bed. I shouldn't watch it. Here's the problem. It's not an app, it was a picture. Why do you ask so many questions? Why are you asking so many questions? Something is going on. You are way off the mark, sunshine. Way off the mark. Here's the thing. If I knew if my kids were coming tomorrow or not, I could know whether I could stay up or go to bed. Do you see? Because I don't know if they're coming, I'm going to go to bed. They're supposed to help with depression, but I don't believe it. I bought them as a joke. Go to bed at once, Iain. At once, Iain. Well, just stop asking the questions because they're annoying. Go to bed at once, Iain. You don't spell once with a W, mate. Go to bed and wank, Iain. Go to bed and wank, Iain. Oh. Do you remember? We're in.
So great. Over a million dollars.
Wait, I gotta show you my cat.
Okay, great.
Hey, Jay.
Oh, your
you're,
cat.
You're known as a bit of a hoarder.
Oh, up yours.
But what do you think of people's hoarding in the last few weeks? You've gotten to judge. Everybody's been hoarding.
What is this,
something.
Byron Allen's Entertainers?
What is
Well,
You don't
I
have
have
to
to
take
say-
this. You don't have to take this from him.
no, I don't take it actually. But I do have a lot of.
I have such a crush on Mary Rashcub
Yeah, 'cause
and
we
Bob
were
Odenkirk.
making, some mummies at home for a fun little.
Brian Posehn has been on my. I've interviewed him.
That stuff rips so easy, so I had to get a lot.
Isn't he the voice of
I'm a big mummy, you know that. I take a lot.
SpongeBob or somebody?
So it was a lot of fun, and a lot of people got in.
It looks like you got a lot of awards behind you. Are
I
you in
do.
your trophy room?
Yes, they're. Thank you very much, Paul. They're awards for the
I wasn't
wall.
talking to you.
Actually, yes, really, it's about the wall. Yeah, the wall.
Pink
has
Floyd.
won many awards. So, yeah, I don't.
Okay. Well.
All right, guys. I'm going to stop streaming this. I'm going to watch this.
Brian, where's
Bye.
all your tchotchkes? Shouldn't you be the guy with the most? And I see Tom and Jill.
That's in the nerd cave. I'm in the dining room.
We didn't
you in the
have
Zoom
honor.
room?